Boom! All right, here the fuck we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CODcast, episode 62. Greatest podcast in the history of mankind. At least that's what my mom thinks. Thank you guys for joining me today. We have a mediocre show for you today. Not gonna lie to you. So when I have the fucking nuts, I'm like, hey, we have an awesome fucking show. And then when I don't have an awesome fucking show, I'm like, hey, thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it anyway. And it was a bad news week, a slow news week. Not a whole lot of shit happened, unfortunately, but we still got all this shit to talk about. Let's have a look. Boom. So we're going to run through this shit real quick. Might be a short show, but it's Filter Friday, so we're going to have fun anyway. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everything is working properly. Hello, chatters. Good morning. There it is. Dusty before. Therefore, Dusty is, all right? I am here. You guys make sure to talk to me a lot in the regular chat and whatnot, because I'm going to try to answer all your questions and everything for free tonight. Obviously, if you really want me to answer your questions, super chat, lifeblood of the show, super chat. That's how you really get me to read your questions. I take those much more seriously because you're paying me, and why wouldn't I? But I'm also going to read the regular chat, so if you're poor, you can just ask me in there. And as always, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/CODcast. And we earned some money. Hey, we're up a little bit. We're up like $100 for the last show, so that's good. Progress. I want to thank very much all the Patreons, the 108 of you who have decided to support this show. It means a lot, and as long as you guys support me, I will continue to do this for as long as I'm able. You guys are the real heroes, so please support the show, patreon.com/CODcast, and also like the fucking goddamn video right now. There's a like button. Push it. Why aren't you pushing it? What the fuck is wrong with you? Push the button already, right? And if you're not going to push the like button, push the unlike button. Because like is better than unlike, but unlike is better than nothing. Because all YouTube really cares about is engagement. And as long as you're engaged, that's cool. And also, leave a comment. Come back when the video is uploaded and leave a comment. All this stuff is really important. So if you're poor as fuck and you can't help me out with money, do that shit. That shit really helps, and I appreciate it very much. Hey, John Smith, how are you doing? What's up, Spanky Weasel? Legendary Jones says he loves me, and I love you back. I moved from Facebook to YouTube. That sounds good. I don't blame you. YouTube's a better format for this. Plus, you have cool people to chat with on YouTube. Dogs are better than people. Agreed for the most part. Some people are pretty cool. Most aren't that great. Bunny is the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Hell yeah. Pushed it in my Negro. I can say that, I guess. I'm going to talk about tonight the Elizabeth Warren thing. I don't think that many people were interested in the Elizabeth Warren thing, but I had to leave the show with something. So I'm like, okay, well, that's really the only interesting thing that happened this week. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And before I got on the air, I went into a little bit of a dunking contest on Mythicist Milwaukee, who runs Mythcon, which is the largest skeptic quote unquote convention in the United States. Need some big fucking quotes for that shit, because basically all it is a chudathon. So we're going to dunk on them a little bit more. Yay, Filter Friday. What kind of filters you guys want to see today? As always, they don't have fucking new shit out. So boring. How about this one? My fucking face is all square and shit. Do it! There we go. Boom. I look like I'm from, I don't know, Jersey, I want to say for some reason. What's up, guys? My name is Tony. I'm here to move your refrigerator. Yeah, where you want it? Where you want this fucking couch, dude? We work by the hour. So hell yeah, it's making my beard black. I don't need my beard to be black. It's awesome and blonde, dudes. See what else we got on here. Wish they come out with some new shit. Come on, Snapchat. You have one job, dude. Gaming. Let's see what new gaming shit they have. Nothing. Boring as fuck. Boring. Aladdin. What's this? What's it gonna do? Oh, it froze everything up. It fucked my whole shit up. Okay. Well, goddammit, that's not good. Alright. That one's fucking my world up. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but this is fucking my whole goddamn... Alright, get off. Fuck you. You fucked my whole shit up, goddammit. It's a live show, motherfucker. Don't let me cast some goddamn magic missile on your ass, because I will cast a magic missile up into your asshole. Don't try me. You don't even fucking know, dude. You don't even fucking know. Anyway, about to start the show. Gonna start talking about... Hi, my name's Stacey Smith, and we're gonna start the show in a minute, and we're gonna talk about the Jacob Wall thing and the Elizabeth Warren thing. You guys hear about that? It's pretty funny. So for those of you who don't know, okay, I'm gonna stop talking like that because that's annoying. Let me change this filter real quick because I'm gonna be distracted if I'm a nerd. I don't want to be a nerd. I want to be a cool dude. So yeah. I'll wear makeup instead. Yeah, pretty, beautiful as fuck. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's Dusty. All right, so you guys know who Jacob Wohl is. Jacob Wohl is basically this like 21-year-old con man who's constantly trying to fool the media into believing liberals are shit. Conservative Trump supporter. Total fucking charlatan and shithead. This is a good article from The Cut explaining Jacob Wohl's spectacularly failed smear attempts. He's had so many of them. The time he tried to smear Robert Mueller back in last October. Basically, he well, I'll just read it to you. In the midst of the investigation of Russian meddling into the 2016, Wohl and Bergman tried to accuse special counsel Robert Mueller of sexual misconduct. The plot failed almost immediately as journalists began connecting Wohl to a company called Surefire Intelligence, which claimed to be investigating a claim of assault regarding Mueller. Wohl's email was actually used to register Surefire's domain name online. Goddamn, this guy is such an amateur. And the office number directed to his mother's voicemail. Most enjoyably, the LinkedIn profile pictures of Surefire staff including pictures of celebrities like Christopher Waltz. That's right. How do you think he's going to get away with this, dude? Yeah, look, Christopher Waltz. He's our financial investigator at Surefire Intelligence. No, dude, that's Christopher Waltz, dude. We've all seen Django Unchained. We've seen the other Quentin Tarantino movies and whatever other shit this dude's in. I know he's in a lot of shit. Don't make me name it. I can't name it, but I know he's in it. And so, just amateur hour in every fucking possible way from Jacob Wohl. And then he tried to smear Kamala Harris. Began tweeting that she was not eligible to run for president because her parents were not born in the United States. Obviously, that's bullshit. She was, I think she was raised in Oakland. So, you're dumb. And then he tried to smear Ilhan Omar by saying she married her brother, which is what everybody tries to smear her with, that fucking racist conspiracy theory. And this is what I love about it. When he does his press releases, his press conferences, he hires this little bitty tiny bodyguard to stand behind him and look tough. And he got this little tiny bodyguard standing behind him wearing one AirPod in his ear. Who the fuck are you listening to acting like they got some kind of team or something you got to coordinate with, like they're fucking CIA or the Secret Service or some shit? It's a fucking Apple AirPod, dude. We see right through that shit. That's cringe as fuck. And whoever this guy is, you should be embarrassed of yourself to be involved in this. I know they're paying you, but whatever they're paying you, it's not enough for your integrity. I mean, obviously it is, but it shouldn't be. And then he made a documentary with Laura Loomer. Remember Laura Loomer? She was the one that said she was going to commit suicide because they banned her from Twitter and Facebook. And she was like, the only reason men like me is because I'm popular on Facebook. It's so sad for you. Like, if that's the only reason men like you, then you need to develop a personality or something. Anyway, he went to the cops and he tried to file a report for a death threat he got. Well, it turns out the death threat came from a fake account. And the picture was used, was this guy who had nothing to do with it. So the guy is suing Jacob Wohl because he obviously thinks Jacob Wohl used this picture to try to frame him for sending a death threat. So I hope he wins that shit. Then he tried to smear Pete Buttigieg. Had this guy claim that Buttigieg sexually harassed him or assaulted him or something. And then, of course, the guy didn't show up to the press conference and basically came out and said, nope, I was basically being led into something that was untrue. Kelly had already recanted the allegations and said Wohl had contacted him via Instagram to pitch the fake plot under the auspices of a task force set up by the Donald Trump administration. So bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. So now, this week they got a fucking new press conference where they're going to smear Elizabeth Warren. And how are they going to smear Elizabeth Warren? Apparently she is a cougar. Like, what the fuck? So they got out in front of this dumbass's house. They put a table and a television with a picture of Elizabeth Warren and the words, Elizabeth Warren, cougar? Question mark? And, all right, right off the bat, obviously this is bullshit. But it's almost like they're trying to help Elizabeth Warren. This doesn't hurt Elizabeth Warren. This makes her look fucking cooler. She's out there having sex with young, buff, military dudes. She's into BDSM and shoving dildos up people's asses. Where do I sign up? I wasn't on board before, but fuck yeah, I'm a little bit on board with Elizabeth Warren now. But this whole thing was a goddamn dumpster fire in every fucking possible way you can imagine. Let me show you a little bit of this. Put my headphones on so I can hurt. So yeah, they got the TV out there with her as a cougar on it, and the guy who supposedly is accusing her of hiring him to have sex with him is this military guy who literally has a tattoo from the movie Triple X. Now, what kind of motherfucker watches this horrible, horrible goddamn movie starring Vin Diesel and says to himself, yeah, man, I need to have that movie commemorated on my back for all of time. That's cool as fuck, ain't it? No. No, it's not. There's nothing about this is cool. Holy shit, dude. What is in your brain? I mean, obviously nothing. You're involved with Jacob Wohl and trying to smear Elizabeth Warren for no reason. You know, you guys are going to get sued, right? This is how lawsuits are made, right? You're out there slandering somebody with obvious untruths. So, I'm going to read you guys a little bit of the press release they put out. This is totally true. Hi, my name is Kevin Whaley, and I am 25-year-old U.S. Marine Corps combat veteran. Senator Elizabeth Warren first secured my services from a website called Cowboys for Angels. This is a site attracting young men who provide companionship escort services to well-heeled women. I was hired by Senator Warren from the site on August 7, 2018. She reached out by message me on the site. Okay, well, where is the messages? Did you copy these messages? Do you have screenshots of this? Please provide these so we can see that this is true. On August 8, 2018, I was booked by Senator Warren on a flight to Massachusetts. I was told to take an Uber to the lobby of the Hilton Hotel in Walhern, Massachusetts. I complied with the instructions of my new client, despite being rather nervous. I had spent time with older women before, but never a woman older than 60. Oh my God, gross. Older than 60? Dude, you're a male escort. Get used to it. You're going to be all up in that saggy vajads. Anyway, although I was aware at the time, Senator Warren wanted not just rough sex, but extensive BDSM play. Oh, I was unaware. Sorry, he was unaware of that. Apparently, Elizabeth Warren is a fucking freak. She like it hard. She like it rough. And he did not know that. He did not know what he was getting himself into. He's just a young pup, inexperienced, shy. And yeah, he a male whore a little bit, but that's okay. Sex work is real work. I ain't gonna hate on him for that. Oh, in the early morning of August 8th, before boarding my flight, she messaged me and told me to bring toys. So, did you bring like Barbie dolls and like a little Toy Story Woody doll? And oh, maybe that's not what we're talking about. Anyway, I asked, what kind of toys? You know what kind of toys she talking about. She fucking playing you, man whore. You know exactly what she talking about. Dildos and shit. She want a strap on. She want to fuck you in the ass, dude, clearly. She Elizabeth Warren. She hardcore. And she said, surprise me. That doesn't sound like Elizabeth Warren to me. I think Elizabeth Warren would be very clear what kind of toys she wanted. Let's be completely honest here, dude. At that point, while waiting to board my flight, I ordered a Hitachi massager. A Hitachi massager? What the fuck? He ordered one of these. This is the kind of shit you took to Elizabeth Warren? Really? This is the shit you took to Elizabeth Warren? What kind of amateur bullshit is that? This is not a real sex toy. This is a masturbation toy, dude. The fuck? So disappointed. Also, sex toys are evil. Only fucking pervs have that shit, alright? Anyway, he ordered a Hitachi massager and a small tube of water-based lubricant. A small tube? Really? Small? No, you're gonna need fucking more lube than that. You know how much lube it takes to get this into your butthole, dude? So, you chose poorly, dude. You're gonna need a whole jar of Vaseline or some shit for that. I'll be honest with you. I had no from experience. I had the product delivered via Amazon same day, delivered to the front desk of the Hilton, where I was set to meet Senator Warren. The evening on August 8, 2018 was the first of not several. Was the first of not several? Oh, but many BDSM sessions with Senator Warren. That is horribly written. Good Lord, you guys are dumb. Although I had a fair amount of experience in this business, I was shocked by the intensity, duration, and sheer violence of what Senator Warren wanted. Well, you know, if that's the case, it seems like she's in pretty good shape. You know, she's in very good health and is capable of carrying out the office of presidency. If what you're saying is true, I don't know. Seems like your guys are for her a little bit. After our introductory pleasantries, she seemed disappointed with what I had ordered from Amazon. Yeah, dude, you ordered a fucking magic wand. I'm sure she has her own magic wand. She can sit there and fucking masturbate herself with a magic wand, dude. Lord, get some experience on your belt before you become a man whore, dude. You embarrassing all of us. Let's see where I'm at here. I usually don't ask whether my clients are married. But for some reason, with Senator Warren, I did. Just before we parted ways, she said, yes, I am married. My husband and I are in an open relationship. She added, in my line of work, this is a fairly common arrangement. You wouldn't believe how many studs like you show up. He started complimenting himself. Ooh, look, I'm a stud. How many studs like you show up to the congressional retreats? And with that, I got in the Uber back to the airport. Totally true, folks. This absolutely happened. But wait, there's more. Page 2. Project 1599. I guess that's better than 1488, isn't it? Number 8. As time went on, our sessions became increasingly edgy. Yeah, sure they did. About as edgy as you motherfuckers are. During one session, she insisted on being whipped 22 times prior to having intercourse. Man, she likes it real raw. 22 times? What is special about that number? I don't know. On another, she asked me to bring a cat o' nine tails, which I obtained from Amazon. Over my strenuous objections, she insisted that I whip her with the cat o' nine tails until there was extensive marks on her buttocks. Rough sex followed. Okay, I gotta look this up and see if they sell a cat o' nine tails on Amazon. Let's have a look here, folks. If you see any porn pop up, just ignore it because I'm a freak. Cat o' nine tails Amazon. I don't know if I spelled that right, but Google will fix me up. Cat o' nine tails. Oh, I guess they do have that on Amazon. Well, look at that. They did their homework a little bit. That's a shitty one. That's like one you buy at the fair. Want some real hardcore shit. Look at all this. Oh, what is this? A hand? This is what you really should have bought. Slap her across the face. I fucked that up totally. Anyway, over my strenuous objections, she insisted that I whip her with a cat o' nine tails until there was extensive marks on her buttocks. Rough sex follows. Was it butt sex? I can only assume it was butt sex because, you know, if you're going to whip her on the butt, obviously you have to also fuck her in the butt. That just goes without saying. I think in late 2018, at a hotel in Washington, D.C., she insisted upon doing a threesome with me and a second woman. Damn, she is adventurous, man. She got some energy in her, don't she? She asked me to procure a beautiful and busty woman. Oh, hell yeah. Warren likes some big old titties. I don't blame her. That's how I like my women, too. Like I like my coffee. Hot, black, with big old titties. In her early 20s. Ageist. Can't get behind that. Goddamn Warren wants a young woman, apparently. So I asked a friend of mine from high school, who must have been a good friend, hey, you want to come with me and fuck Elizabeth Warren? Sure, why not? Who I knew to be sexually adventurous. Senator Warren engaged in lesbian sex with my friend from high school, using a lime green strap-on dildo that she had brought with her in her suitcase. See? Warren's an expert. She has experience with this. She knows what kind of toys work. Fucking no bullshit goddamn magic wand vibrators and shit. Still new in the box. Oh, it's new in the box. Well, that's disappointing. You would think Warren would have taken it out and, you know, broken it in a little bit first, but oh well. The distinct rubbery smell of that device was overwhelming. Oh, it's got to be true because he's giving direct details that only he could know. It smelled like rubber. So Senator Warren, who by this point I knew is just Liz. Really? You didn't know she was Senator Elizabeth Warren? Nah, I find that highly unlikely. Asked me to wash it off in the sink after taking it out of the box, which I did. Okay, she wants it clean, obviously. You know, who knows what the people in the factory who made that were doing to it before they put it in the box. They don't know where that thing's been. You want to clean it. That's just normal, dude. Senator Warren has also told me that she has a 37-year-old daughter named Lisa. You Googled that shit. That was the product of a one-night stand at a party she attended while she was a professor at the University of Houston. She told me that she has always kept this daughter hidden from public view. All right, so that's their sworn statement. But it gets even more hilarious when you actually see these guys try to fucking talk about it. So here he is. They ask him straight out how much you were paid for doing this. And he answers. And then Wall grabs the microphone and changes the subject because he knows it's not going well, which he continuously does. Let's have a look. Oh, God damn it. Dusty, you didn't fucking change the audio over. What amateur bullshit is this? You gotta do better, cause it's a live show, dumbass motherfucker. Working shit out. Alright, here we go. And start over. Go, dipshits.
Alright, how much did she pay you? That's for you here. How much did she pay you? And how much did she tip?
So so I've already ran escort services before, as I previously stated. So I don't really see this much of initial payment. I usually see a bigger tip. The initial payment was quite substantial, and the tip was equally
That's what she said.
as such.
The tip was big.
Can you
That's
give
what she
us the
said.
dollar amount?
The dollar amount was
I gotta make that now.
$1,000 for just the initial, and then she paid $1,250.
But you did it multiple times. Was it the same rate each time?
Listen, we're going to go ahead and do this in an orderly fashion.
Look, this is not going well, so we're gonna stop this right now because he's clearly just making this shit off the top of his head. This is dumb in every fucking possible way. So here's where I guess somebody in the crowd, like they're all making fun of him. This whole thing is obviously just a shit show, and everybody's there just to mock them and make fun of them. Nobody's taking this seriously. But he walks over to his security guard and tells him to get rid of the guy, and the security guard just fucking totally ignores him. I don't know what this badge is this guy's got. I'm sure he's probably not a real police officer. I hope not. If he is, they should definitely fire him immediately. But watch his security officer just totally fucking ignore him, and they mock him for that.
Questions. Go ahead and remove him, Lewis. Get that guy out of there. He's freaking me out. Get that guy out of there.
He's like, nope, fuck that.
Right there. Black shirt. Questions. Go ahead and...
And they're like, your security guard's not even listening to you, dumbass. And he's not. That guy's just there to get his paycheck. He don't give a fuck what's going on. And so then they criticize him for making fun of Warren for having an affair when he's completely fine with Trump doing it because he's a big Trump supporter. And here's his response to why he doesn't criticize Trump for doing it.
Any different than what Trump did?
Well, I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference is very clear. Trump is a peak alpha male. And so when you look at President Trump, him engaging in an extramarital affair, if that's even true, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Would be understandable, would be normal, would be average. But when you look at Elizabeth Warren, you're talking about a very frail, very old woman who's going to be hormonally challenged as it relates to the
They got to pass on the microphone immediately because like this isn't going well. You want to take over? Please help me. Please help me.
We're going to do 2 more questions, Mr.
Like, gonna do 2 more questions. Ignore that shit. Good Lord, folks. Welcome to America. And the funniest part about this whole thing, I thought, was that there was a garbage truck that kept coming by and interrupting them over and over again. Like, it came by once. You think it would have got the garbage, but nope. It came back again.
And then later in the day, he went to get his hair cut just around the corner. He wanted his hair to look good for his on-camera interviews. He requested a very expensive haircut. He was taken around the corner, and he was given a tremendous haircut.
He actually has to go to a very expensive hair salon, which is the hair gallery.
It's a riveting conversation talking about this guy's haircut. Look how fucking janky this goddamn press conference is. And here comes the garbage truck, because it is a dumpster fire, folks. Holy shit. Yep. The garbage men are the most interesting part of this. Don't mind us, just doing our job. Drowning out your fucking press conference. And they're just totally ignoring them. This is normal. Nothing's going on here. So anyway, just horrible in every fucking way. This is what conservatives are like these days. And like, I don't think very many people are believing Jacob Wald anymore. For a while, he did have support among conservatives, but it got more and more ridiculous over time, where even they realized that if they associate with him, they will be mocked and ridiculed, as they should. And so I think most of them have pulled their support of him. But still, some people do support this guy still. And Vadim made a 2-minute video, a best of the entire press conference. I'm going to play for you guys, just for the fun of it. You can see how ridiculous this entire thing ended up being. Let's have a look.
The sex between our client here and Senator Warren was so violent that he actually obtained scars on his back. So why don't you go ahead and show us the scars there? You can see 2 scars here. That was from the cat o' nine tails.
And Senator Warren engaged in lesbian sex with my friend from high school, using a lime green strap-on dildo.
Even they can't keep a straight face.
I can remember.
They're all laughing.
I'm sorry. Lime green strap-on dildo that she bought, still in a new box, never used. and the distinct rubbery smell of this device was quite overwhelming. I usually see a bigger tip.
Can you give us a dollar amount?
$1,000 for just the initial, and then she paid $1,250.
Trump is a peak alpha male. And so when you look at President Trump, him engaging in an extramarital affair would be understandable, would be normal, would be average. We know that women are more hormonal than men. Well, listen, I will tell you, this may come as a surprise to you, but we're actually an apolitical operation. Get that guy out of here.
It's like,
He's crazy.
No, I don't do that. I'm just here to
But
stay
when you look
behind
at Elizabeth Warren, you're talking about a very frail, very old woman who's going to be hormonally challenged as it relates to the president. Go ahead and remove him, Lewis. Get that guy out of there. He's freaking me out. Get that guy out of there.
Your security guard isn't taking your demands.
Elizabeth Warren, a dom, a sub, or like a switch?
She's very,
He probably
She's
could.
more of a dominatrix, if you understand.
Oh, the story keeps changing. What's the deal? Caroline Cass, Hunter Kelly, Rita disappear now. Ryan disappearing.
Thanks. Let's get the fuck out of here immediately. This is not going well.
Like a fucking, I mean, the guy laughed when he talked about the neon green strap-on or whatever.
I've now actually switched my support from Bernie Sanders to Elizabeth Warren. Now that I know that she fucks, and yeah, like, so it's good for her. She can get it.
She can get it. So, if their mission was to smear Elizabeth Warren, it obviously backfired horribly. They only made her more likable. We all know this is not true anyway, but if it was true, it'd be pretty funny, I think. But the thing is they're just trolls, folks. They know this is a joke. They know that nobody's going to believe them, or few people are going to believe them. But it doesn't matter, because that's how a lot of conservatives are. While they did lose the support of a lot of conservatives, they still have support of some conservatives, obviously. You know, somebody's still financially bankrolling these people, because, like, the truth doesn't even matter. You know, you can lie and you can still be incredibly successful on the right, and that's how so many of these people are, right? We pointed this out time and time again on the show, how they lie and their fans don't even give a shit if they're lying. They think it's hilarious. You know, you trigger the libs, that's all that matters. It don't matter if it's true or not. But it didn't trigger anybody. We just laugh and roll our eyes at you because you're so cringe, right? So anyway, what do we think about that? Is Elizabeth Warren totally freaky? Is she down for the booty sex, or are these guys just lying con men, wasting all our fucking time? Hormonal, yep. Like, isn't he the man whore? Shouldn't he be hormonal? Laugh my ass, obvious show, it's obvious. Yes, she's younger than Trump, that's true. But Trump is a peak physical alpha male in the prime of his life. A muscular specimen the likes that this world has never seen. What is wrong with you? Why can't you see it? If Trump was here right now, I would let him fuck me directly in the ass. I'd put my head right in the pillow. Let him have his way. That's what you do when an alpha male is in the room. And, run away. Yeah, what the fuck? I love Warren now. Like, I was never that big of a Warren fan, but, like, if it's her and Trump, it's a no-brainer, right? I'd rather Bernie one, but, I'll take Warren any day, obviously. Lime green even, I know, it's very specific. Just like you'd expect Elizabeth Warren to buy. She wouldn't buy no pink frilly shit. Lime green. That's the way she likes it. Go, Warren, go. Yep. Unfortunately, Warren is not this interesting. I know, right? Warren seems like one of the most boring people in the world. This would make her a lot more interesting than she actually is. That went well. What the fuck is this? I know, this is America. This is how it is in America. This is a real-life press conference in America that people showed up for some reason. Although I guess most people just showed up to mock it. I'm not really sure anybody actually showed up to take it seriously in any way whatsoever. That guy might get in the way. I've seen men in their 70s who are in better shape than Trump. I know, right? I've seen guys in their 90s in better shape than Trump. I've seen, like, bodybuilders who are like 90. Not a big fat ass like Trump is. Hey, Dusty, as a fellow atheist, can you please react to Tupac's song Blasphemy, where he attacks Christianity? I think you will like it. All right, never heard of it. I will check it out. Let me read the super chats real quick. Super chats? Like the show, super chats, no questions dodged, every question answered. Please support the show if you're able to on the super chats. And then Aspect is back. She says, hey, Dusty. All day long I've been singing Dusty, you're getting rusty, even though you play those video games. I think it's why are you playing those video games? But close enough. It is a catchy song, even though that song was meant to make fun of me. I don't give a fuck. You can make fun of me all you want to. I am a laughable clown. Tyson Minum says, thoughts on Michael Moore movies? Some of them are good. Some of them are not so good. I'm trying to think of the ones that were good. I think I saw Bowling for Columbine and some of his older ones, but I don't know. Not all that familiar with him, to be honest with you. He's all right sometimes. Victoria Cunningham, sorry I missed you Monday. I've been sick. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Victoria. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you for the $5. Lot NC1, 462. We're talking Room with Brie Larson, right? I don't know what this is in reference to. I have seen Room with Brie Larson, and Brie Larson is a very attractive woman. She won an Academy Award for the movie Room. Pretty good movie. I thought it was pretty good. But thank you for that, Lop. Atheist Artist, $5 Canadian. I guess that's, I guess Canada has dollars, right? Forgot there would be a show tonight and really needed the company while I paint. That means some lifeblood has been earned. Thanks, Dusty. No, thank you, Atheist Artist. What are you painting? You gonna paint me someday? That would be probably horrible. Don't do that. Breath Breaking Bat 094, $3.99. Love the live shows. Love the last religious BS. Appreciate that. I got a lot of really good feedback for the last religious bullshit video I did. It was my first one in like 9 months, and people really seem to enjoy that I've been returning to doing that. So feel free to tune in on Wednesdays when I plan to do a show every Wednesday for religious bullshit. But don't hold your breath, because you know me. You're awesome, Dusty. Hey, you're awesome, Devious Soul. Really appreciate that $2. Love you, dude. Breaking Bad, another $1.99. I love cougars. Yeah, cougars ain't bad. I got a little bit thing for MILFs, right? You know, a lot of my sexual fantasies revolve around me being a young, strapping 16-year-old having sex with older ladies that I should not be having sex with. You could go to jail for this, and they're like, I don't care. I need that big, young dick. I don't put me in jail. Whatever you have to do, just make me come, Big Dick Dusty. Make me come. I'm like, yeah, I will make you come. Yeah. So anyway, too much info? Never. Breaking Bat 094. The sex toy just made me cry from laughter. You talking about this sex toy? Hell yeah, this thing's awesome, man. It's also like feels good on your. I shouldn't touch it on my face. That was nasty. Now I gotta wash my face. What was you thinking, Dusty? God damn it! You know where that's been. Fuck. That was a rookie mistake. Sorry about that. James Mallon, super chat. Like of the show, super chat. Thank you, James Mallon. More super chats, please. If you can support the show, be very appreciated if you did. Let me go to the regular chat. Since it's a casual show, we're reading the regular chats a lot more. Dusty, are you going to see the Joker film? I'm thinking about you going to see the Joker film. My neighbor came over today and talked to Kelsey. And he has been trying to save Kelsey's soul because he's a Christian. And I guess Kelsey was out there walking the dog one day, and he stopped her, and they started talking about Jesus. And so he invited her in, and he basically... She's just being polite, you know. She's very polite, doesn't want to like hurt anybody's feelings. So basically, he led her through prayers and saved her soul for Jesus. And he was all excited about it. He's like, I just saved her soul for Jesus and shit. And she's like, nah, she's just being nice and whatnot. So anyway, he came over and he gave us $20 today. And he was like, I want you guys to go see that new movie, Abominable. I guess it's like a Christian movie about an abominable snowman or some shit. And so I think we're going to take his $20 to go see the Joker instead. So, and then I might just pirate Abominable, the movie, and then watch it there. And then it's like, yeah, we totally watched it, man. We spent your $20 on that shitty cartoon Christian movie. I mean, it's a nice gesture. He's a really nice guy. I'm not trying to shit on him or anything. Good guy, but cartoons are my thing anyway, much less Christian cartoons. You can really tell this guy has no idea who the hell I am, which is good. I don't want any of my neighbors to know that, so that's good. It's a gum massager. No, it's not a gum massager. Don't put it in your mouth. I mean, you can, but not recommended. Ooh, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Gross. Gross, Dusty. Listen, Mr. Abominable. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. Abominable? Abominable snowman or whatever it is. It's a snowman that's abominable. So, he probably thinks she's a kid. Possibly, but she's like almost 30, so she's pushing 30 at this point, so whatever he thinks is wrong, totally wrong. They wanted to take Elizabeth Warren down with a sex scandal, but the same people voted for Trump, who has had more scandals than a tabloid. I know, right? What a stupid thing to try to take her down with. A sex scandal, oh my! Next you're gonna tell me she paid a porn star to have sex with her. Who gives a fuck? If you guys don't give a fuck, why should we give a fuck about that? Yeah, watch first. I know, man. I need to watch it first. I already know that. You don't have to tell me that. So anyway, next up, I'm going to continue on with the show. Awesome show so far, Dusty. You're so killing it, aren't you? And I think next up we're going to talk about Mythcon. You guys know what Mythcon is? You guys remember Mythcon? The largest skeptical convention in the world right now. They had it back in 2018, and they had headlined by incredible luminaries like Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad, and some black guy. I'm not being racist. That's literally what he calls himself, some black guy. And Shoe on Head, hell yeah, and Bunty King, Lauren Chin, Chris Raygun. Let's look through here and see who other. Oh god, the Quartering was there. Armored Skeptic, Blair White. So mostly right-wing chuds. Now they had a few lefties in there, just a couple. But basically, when they have a lefty on there, like Vadim was invited. He was invited after I was told that the guest list was already set in stone, and that's why they couldn't invite me. We'll go over that in a minute. But anyway, but they like had him on the panel with like 4 chuds. Even the moderator was a chud. They were all against him. So that's how this Mythcon, the skeptical convention, does it. They basically dogpile all the liberals with a bunch of other fucking chuds. The whole thing is just a chudcon, basically. They should call it chudcon, really. It's just the most shameful fucking thing in the world, and that's the depressing world we live in right now, where the biggest skeptical convention in the world is this now. I mean, we used to have real atheist conventions back when David Silverman, before he fucked every goddamn thing up with American Atheists, they had, you know, the Reason Rally and shit like that. They had real skeptical conventions. But now, the entire atheist community has fucking imploded, and the skeptics on YouTube took over. Now it's just this chud shit, right? So, as they were setting up this Mythcon thing, I was continuously on Twitter, tweeting at them, going, hey, I will go for free. I will show up for free. I just want to go speak. You know, I think this whole thing is bullshit. I think what you guys are doing here is bullshit. I think somebody has to show up and counter this stuff. I just want you guys to give me a platform and just let me fucking say what I fucking think about it. Do you guys have the guts to do that? And the answer is no. No, they did not have the guts to do that, as I will show you here. So what brought this up is they basically posted this, I guess, was this today or yesterday? Yeah, it was today. This is the 4th. Yes, it is. It was today. So basically, of course, it's a chud convention, right? It's a right-wing chud convention. So they're always shitting on the left and giving the right a pass for everything, which is what chuds do, right? And so like, the far left today looks like the conservatives of the 50s and 80s, attacking comedy, shutting down speech, canceling things they don't like. They were too young and didn't experience the conservative censorship period. Liberals from the 90s bucked that system. Where are they now? Here I am, right here. I'll come speak. I'll buck the system, but nope. I literally agreed to fly out and speak for free at these guys' event, and they said no and lied to me about the reasons they were unable to let me speak because they were too chicken shit about what I would say. It's exactly right. I agreed to go out and speak tons of times on Twitter, and finally one of them contacted me. And basically the reason they contacted me, though, not to offer me any position to go speak or anything. It was because after I'd already been told by one of their insiders that I had been blacklisted and would never be invited to speak, I was like, well, fuck this. I'm going to show up and protest by challenging some of your speakers to a dance competition. I'm gonna fucking dance, motherfuckers. I'm gonna fucking humiliate you guys. Whoop your asses so bad you're gonna be so embarrassed with my amazing dance. And so basically they messaged me to let me know that if I showed up and did that they insinuated, they didn't outright say it, but they basically said if I showed up and made any kind of scene, they were gonna have me removed by security. So not only was I not allowed to speak, not only were they not giving me a platform, even though they had tons of people there that were way less popular than me, they blacklisted me and decided that I wasn't going to be able to speak. Now, the reason they said they blacklisted me, the guy said it's because you refused to talk to us on the phone, which is not true. He messaged me and I was busy, and I was like, no, I can't talk to you on the phone right now, but I can talk to you here. And so we talked, and basically he said, if you come, we're basically going to have you removed and shit. And I was like, okay, well, it's a dance competition. I just want to dance. You going to remove me from dancing? And he was like, maybe. And I was like, well, are you guys going to let me speak? And they basically said, no, we can't let you speak because the convention is set in stone now. We can't invite anybody else. We can't change things. Sorry, that's the only reason that you're not going to be allowed to speak. And so later, when they got called out for that, they're basically saying, now, oh, the reason we didn't let you speak is because you wouldn't talk to us on the phone. If you'd have just told me, hey, you're required to talk to us on the phone first before we can let you speak or Skype with us, I'd be like, okay, sure, let's set that up. But they never said that. They said, no, we can't let you speak because it's set in stone. And then they immediately started inviting more people after they told me that. They invited Vadim after they said that. They invited tons of people. They changed the whole thing afterwards. So they lied, basically. They lied because these motherfuckers who were like, oh, the marketplace of ideas. Everybody should be platforming heard. They didn't want me to fucking speak because they knew I would call them out of their bullshit. And they couldn't fucking handle that because they're little, whiny, bitch baby snowflakes. Exactly why, right? So basically they got on there and I was dunking on them. And this is what they had to say about it. People are making fun of them. I said, when I agreed to fly out and speak at your event on my own dime for free, you guys literally lied to me to prevent me from being platformed because you were too chicken shit at what I say. And they was like, nope. First of all, our speaker lineup was set. That's not true. He's like admitted later that that wasn't true. So he's repeating the lie right here. This is clearly not true. And then he's like, and when you volunteered, and secondly, you were coming in bad faith. I wasn't coming in bad faith. I literally told you guys exactly what I was going to do. I literally said I just wanted to get up there and give a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation, where I basically showed exactly what your speakers were saying on their YouTubes and shit, and call them out for it, and show what exactly this chud convention is. You know, I was gonna give, I was gonna be the counter to the bullshit you guys were spreading. That's why you didn't want me to have me on the fucking show, because you couldn't fucking handle it. And so I was like, you guys continuously added new people after you told me that. You're fucking liars. And then they didn't deny that. They're like, did you miss that you were coming in bad faith? You wouldn't even join a call with us. We are not about working with wild cards. That kind of makes me sound cool, doesn't it? I'm a wild card. Hell yeah. Mythcon's scared of me. Never know what I'm going to do. Crazy Dusty. Wild card. And of course, everybody's dunking on themselves like the same old excuse the far left always uses. You're not helping your case, and hell no, they ain't. Exactly. You know. We're all for free speech, but oh no, you're bad faith, so we can't talk to you. Yep. Same old shit that they always accuse everybody else of. But to be honest, man, I totally understand why they fear my dance, why they didn't want me to come out there and dance for them. Because I would have humiliated fucking everybody with my amazing skills. Hell yeah, you get it, Dusty! And Dusty did. Denver Dusty got it. So anyway, sad to see that this is what the largest skeptical convention in America has turned into. Chud Valley. And you guys should definitely be fucking ashamed of yourself for what it's turned into. And then they're supporting this chick, right? Lauren Chen. And somebody was calling them out. I guess it was Papa Bird Jake from The Bible Reloaded. It's like, weird that Myth Informed is cool with Lauren Chen. It isn't weird at all. They're on that grift too, and yes, they are. It's because basically it was from their tweet shouting her out, and they responded, Lauren Chen is an amazing person and extremely professional. We have worked with her and Liam many times. Yeah, no shit. You're a right-wing chud convention. You have all the right-wing grifters on there. That's exactly what you do, and nobody's surprised whatsoever by this. Not sure what your point is here, but we work with professionals that appreciate dialogue. Hello? I mean, I've given speeches in front of atheist conventions before. Go watch my speeches and tell me that I didn't fucking do an amazingly professional job of it. There's no way you can say that. In fact, I dare say that the job I did when I spoke at NapCon was better than the vast majority of the people you had speaking at your conventions. So, especially fucking Lauren Chen. So this is all just ridiculous. You're all full of shit. And so this person pointed out, yeah, here's what kind of person Lauren Chen is. They played this video of her talking about Soph, and then they cut in the real clips of what Soph is like. And here's a clip of Soph as Lauren Chen is talking her up about how great she is, threatening to murder. I think it's the CEO of YouTube she's threatening to murder here. So let's have a look.
Soph, the latest person to be given the axe, she's different. She's special.
Susan. Susan, oh Susan. You fuck. You sneaky little rat bastard.
What makes Soph stand out, what makes her so unique, isn't exactly easy to explain. I kinda just need to show you.
I bet you thought you got me this time, huh? Well, that's funny because I have a gun. Susan, I've known your address since last summer. I'm not gonna lie to you. But this was the nail in the coffin. You take me for a fool? Well, this is the last time you're gonna rape me in the ass. I got two things that you don't. I got a Luger, and I got a mitochondrial disease.
Soph has been relentlessly demonized and attacked by left-wing outlets.
I don't care if I live. Why should I care if you live? Or your children, for that matter. Susan, I just called an Uber. You got about 7 minutes to draft up a will, because when I pull up into your driveway, you're going to be hanging it up. I'm coming for you, and it ain't going to be pretty.
And what makes her so noteworthy isn't just that she's a foul-mouthed 14-year-old girl talking about politics. Because as we saw in our previous video about woke kids, the media and establishment just love foul-mouthed children talking about politics.
Yeah, Lauren Chen, so honest, so professional in her coverage, isn't she? No. She is a chud grifter, just like you are, Mythcon, just like all you motherfuckers are, and you should be ashamed of yourself. But keep it up. I love calling you guys out for it, even though it's really depressing that this is the largest skeptical convention in America right now, in the world, actually. This is what it's become, folks. They realize that this is what the grift is. This is where you make all your money, you know. This is what people are supporting. So they went with what they could put asses in seats and make cash for, and it's depressing, but it's entertaining to call out, so I guess. Hitler Youth, who is teaching this child bad parenting? Yes, I know. Somebody should definitely be looking into this shit, but if you do, oh my god, it's the liberals just freaking out about Soph. And this is also the girl who called for the extinction of Muslims, right? But she was like, oh no, I just did it for the memes. I wasn't serious, it's just for the memes, dude. That's a horrible fucking excuse. They think they can just do that, and they think they can say anything. I just called that black guy an N-word for the memes. For the memes. I walked in his living room and shot him in the chest for the memes. Nope. No, thank you. Septic community, yes. I totally agree. Hard to call them skeptics anymore at this point. Dusty is that guy at parties. Yep, I am that guy at parties. I fucking love to dance. Like, here's the weird thing. I went to nightclubs so much when I was young, in my 19s, 20, 21, and early 20s and shit. And I was that guy who would sit in the corner or stand in the corner with his arms crossed and watch everybody else dance and not even bob my head or anything. Just fucking watch. I was just terrified to do anything. And then when I moved to Denver, I was pretty much the same way. I go to clubs and I would just stand around and watch people dance and I'd never do shit. And then one day I just took acid. I took a whole fucking bunch of acid, and I was just like, fuck it. I got to the dance floor, and I closed my eyes, and I danced like nobody was watching. And guess what? Everybody was watching. Every fucking body was watching, but I didn't give a shit. I was just crazy dancing my ass off. And then after that experience, I no longer gave a fuck. I would dance anywhere, anytime, in front of anybody. Just don't give a shit. So then I would just go out to every club I was at, and the song I liked was playing. I just fucking drink my ass off and dance till I sweated my balls off. So drugs are good, I guess that's the moral of that story. Where does Mythcon take place? Well, it's called Mythicist Milwaukee, so I'm only going to guess that it takes place in Milwaukee, but I can't be certain of that. I think they have, like, events all over the place now. They have this thing called Mines now that they're associated with, and they do that in L.A. and other places, too, I believe. So, little girl has no future. Well, maybe, you know, everybody deserves redemption, so maybe she'll change and realize how cringy her behavior was and apologize for it. But until then, she definitely doesn't deserve redemption, in my opinion. She sure is unique, yeah, right? Like every other little cringy kid saying the N-word over and over again. That's not unique. That's not intelligent. That's just like every kid, right? Every rebellious kid. Huh, I'm not supposed to say these words and act that way, so I'm going to do it anyway. Look at everybody's making mad. I mean, it's the lowest of the low, you know? The bottom of the barrel. Vosh is much better than Dusty. I know, ain't he? He is so much better than Dusty in every way humanly possible. Hell yeah. I danced on LSD backstage at a BTO show. I don't even know what the fuck BTO is. That Korean pop people? I don't even know. Is that the one that PewDiePie likes? Not 100% sure on that. I'm not all into the Korean music. Everyone cares about looks at first. Or everyone cares about looks first. Yeah, everybody's always worried about what everybody else is going to think about them. So, got to get past that. Got to get past worrying what others think, because people are just, you know, dumb, right? People are stupid. Why do you give a fuck what they think? Sooner you stop caring about their opinion, the better your life will be, in my opinion. Dusty the Observer, yep, that was me, standing in the corner watching all the ladies dance, thinking, haha, yeah, she totally wants me, but she didn't. She wanted the other guys that were dancing with her. Dusty was a dummy. Genius is an incel, just shun him. I don't know who we're talking about. I like both Vosh and Dusty. Well, you're dead to me. You must choose. There can be only one. And if I were you, I would choose Vosh. That is my recommendation to you all. All right, let's see if there's any super chats before we move on to the show. Next up, we're going to talk about the non sequitur show. Canceled. No, make sure. I don't think there's any new super chats. It's all right. Looks like it's going to be slow on the super chats tonight, but it's fine. It is what it is. Dusty ain't going to worry about it too bad anymore. All right, we'll talk about the non sequitur show a little bit now. You guys know what the non sequitur show is? Basically, it was this podcast. They got really popular for like a short period of time. And like, here's the thing, the numbers weren't really any better than this show. I don't think. I think it might have been even less popular than the show as far as number wise. But man, for some reason, people were really supporting this show hugely. Let me just show you the show first. I was on this show actually. I will show you me being on the show. Look at this. Boom, there I am. Who's that sexy motherfucker? It's me, Dusty Smith. And so anyway, this show got real fucking popular. I heard a lot about it. It was an atheist podcast. And man, they got mad support for the people that were watching. They made like something between like $40,000 to $60,000 in the year they were on this. They had like that much in donation, like $50,000 in donations. I'm like, holy shit, man, that's more than I'll get in like 4 or 5 years. They got in a year. They were doing good, man. People were really liking it, liking what they were doing. People were really heavily supporting. So basically, this guy started it, right? I think it was his idea, and he brought this guy in, and they started it together pretty much from the very beginning. I think he set up all the stuff, all the like the YouTube accounts and whatnot, and then he gave this guy like eventually total control over it. I asked him why he did that, and apparently he had some tax issues in the past, and he wanted to make sure that everything with the taxes were all, I guess, copacetic. Everything was straightened out before he got any money sent to him. So basically, this guy had taken over and had monetized everything, and was supposed to be holding on to the money, half the money for this guy. And at some point, he was going to send him half the money whenever they got the tax shit figured out. Now, I did say in one of my shows that I thought he was trying to commit benefits fraud or something, and I asked him about it directly, and other people, I think this guy even said the same thing, and I asked him directly, and he said that it wasn't that. He said that it was just that he had problems with his taxes before or something, and he wanted to make sure that it was all sorted out. So he was supposed to send him half his money when he got the taxes and shit sorted out. But like so much about this atheist shit, about podcasts and stuff, it's all a bunch of grifters who are just worried about money, and that's what it turned out to be in this case. This guy decided that, oh my God, this thing is growing really fast, and man, I can make a career out of this. I can make a lot of money doing this, and do I really need this guy? I don't think I even need this guy. So basically, this guy stole the show from this guy. He fucking just took that shit over. He booted this guy off the show. He had all the passwords and everything. Never paid this guy a fucking penny. He just took over and said, this is my show now. I am Non Sequitur now. Like, the only reason I even knew about the show was because of Steve. And we're going to get into Steve in a minute. Like, I don't know a big fan. I'm not any kind of fan of Steve's. Like, me and Steve are not friends. We've had some very, very spirited arguments on the internet. There are things that I really dislike about Steve. But in this situation, he was totally fucked. And I don't care about how much I dislike somebody or disagree with them. If somebody steals from them, if somebody's a shameless, grifting, lying con man who, steals, I'm going to take up for them. Even though a lot of people are like, why are you taking up for Steve? Don't you know Steve is transphobic? Don't you know Steve is a dickhead? That's why they kicked him off the show. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck why they said they kicked him off the show. They started the show together. They agreed from the very beginning they'd split everything 50-50. And this guy took over the show, and they kicked this guy off the show for no fucking reason. So anyway, this guy swore up and down, no, I'm going to pay him half of what we made up to the point I kicked him off the show. I had the money set aside for him. I have a lawyer. We're working all this shit through. So anyway, this guy basically sued this guy. And he's like, yeah, fuck you. Give me my money. And so this guy, I'll even show you. Let's see, I have some of this saved here. Here's his case. So basically, this guy got the lawsuit and everything, and he promised he had a lawyer. He promised he was going to send the guy the money when everything got worked out. And he had a ton of people that were supporting him, like a godless engineer and his wife, Caitlin. I think she used to call herself Godless Bitch. And she's also the one, fun story, who told me that she was responsible for having me blacklisted from Mythcon. Now, whether that's true or not, I have no idea. I don't know if she really had that power or not, but I think she was just being rude to me. Being like, I'm the one that had you deplatformed and made sure you couldn't speak. I don't know if that's true, but that's what she told me. But anyway, I'll read this thing in a minute. But anyway, so they were all on Cal's side. And they were like, no, Cal didn't do anything wrong by stealing from Steve, from outright fucking stealing from Steve. Nah, he set all the money aside, and he's going to pay Steve, and he said a lawyer, and he's going to do everything right. Well, it turns out this guy sued this guy, and he had like a certain number of time for his lawyer, supposedly, and him to respond to the lawsuit, and he didn't even do it. He didn't respond in any way to the lawsuit. So Steve won by default, basically, which is that it? No, that's not it. Thought I had. Anyway, regardless, oh, here it is. Here's his lawsuit. Load up. Yep. Plaintiff versus Kyle Russell Curtis. Motion of entry default. So he went by default against Kyle. But he won't ever see a penny because Kyle is just a shameless con man who stole the money, tried to steal his show. I guess he thought, hey, this guy would just lay down. This guy doesn't have the means to fight back, so I can just take from him and steal from him, and then I'll make a career running this fucking show and make a lot of money. And fuck that guy. He won't ever see a penny. But nope. This guy, he had some fans, and I guess one of his fans was a lawyer and some shit and helped him out and helped him file a lawsuit. And so anyway, long story short, Non Sequitur dead. The CODcast outlived Non Sequitur. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, we did it, guys. And, sort of sad, I guess. I mean, it's good that this shameless grifter and this guy who's sort of a chud in his own way, no offense, aren't on the air anymore in a way, but at the same time, sad that another one of the atheist podcasts bites the dust. And money seems to always get in the way with this shit. People are just so fucking crooked. But I thought I'd show you a few little clips when I was on this show. First, I'm going to show you one of the main things I had a problem with Steve. We're going to shit on Steve a little bit first. And this is where he purposely misgendered Blair White while I was on the show for some reason, which I thought was shitty.
He's definitely a man.
About
from
Thor.
His early years.
Thor. That dude's fucking... Wait. There we go.
You know, 20%. So maybe it just alleviates that inhibition, even though you said you're going to act upon it. See, I'm not even at like a 1 or 2%. I can't imagine that being.
You can't tell if another guy's handsome. Like you've never seen a guy and thought, I can tell that guy's handsome.
No, I do that all the time, dude. There's some beautiful men. Okay. Don't get me wrong.
So you're like 1% gay there. That's 1% homosexual right there.
Look at like Blair. You know, Blair White. She's fucking gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I can say these things.
Blair White's not a man. What are you talking about? Blair White's a woman.
Blair White's a trans.
But she's a woman though. She's not a man. She's a woman.
I mean, she's a trans man.
Trans women are women.
Yeah, I mean, gender-wise,
sure. Men.
But I mean,
that's gender-wise. That's what we're talking about.
You're talking about. Okay, he's talking about actual men.
So anyway, and we've had arguments before on Facebook and Twitter where he's kind of like a more of a rationality rule supporter. Noel Plum, fan and friend, you know, just a chatty dickhead as far as it comes to trans people, in my opinion. So I'm not a fan of his, don't like him for these reasons, but at the same time, I don't want to see him get stolen from. And I thought I would just show you guys the end of this. I was debating, they had me on there to debate some kind of Christian asshole who was basically telling me that you can't have any morals unless you have God in your life. And this is the end of that chat.
Transcendent ontic points of reference. It's the absolute denial of the absolute. So the struggle I have, and I was in your position, that I struggle with the ramifications of a naturalistic, materialistic world of ours with no God, no transcendent, no personal moral first God. Where do you go for the definitions? How do you define the most essential things in life? So basically, those ramifications follow when you live a naturalistic, materialistic world of ours. When you depend on society, you're depending on evolution, and where those society norms came from complex sociology and from time and history, from biology and history, from Darwinian evolution by natural selection. But there's no objectivity to that. So when you make moral statements, you're acting inconsistently with your own worldview because you don't have an absolute standard. You're lost in a sea of moral cultural relativism. So that's where you're at. You're lost in that sea of moral cultural relativism.
Let me ask you a question. Are you absolutely true? Are you absolutely sure that you're correct? Are you 100% sure that you're correct in what you're saying right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm correct about what I say too.
Okay, you're 100% sure you're correct. How can you be 100% sure when you don't possess all the information? How can a mind know 100% for certain that something is true without possessing every bit of the information that is in the universe?
Oh, I'm certain the same way you're.
No, I'm not certain. That's the thing. I'm not certain. I'm an agnostic atheist. I only believe things that I have the evidence for. And I realize that I don't have all the information in the world, so I'm an idiot. So I can only do the best I can with the information I have. Isn't that the same with you? Couldn't you be wrong? Isn't your opinion just an opinion, just like ours? It's not built on any absolute whatsoever because you don't have all the information and you can't possibly know for 100% you're telling the truth. Isn't that right?
Well, I can turn that question around and say that is it possible God couldn't exist in the knowledge?
You could answer it. That'd be refreshing if you could just fucking answer a question somebody asked you for once. That'd be fucking awesome, dude. Instead of being a weasel and now answering shit somebody asked you. They're very simple questions, and I know why you're not answering them because they disapprove every fucking thing you're saying because what you're saying is goddamn stupid. It's like, we move on past this dude. God damn, it's fucking frustrating talking to morons like this.
Really
it's not going to help I feel when I'm talking to Christians. Like, God damn it. Shut the fuck. Either answer the question or just move on. I can't fucking talk to you if you're not going to answer basic questions. And I know why you won't answer the basic questions. I know because it'll prove what you're saying is bullshit. So you're a fucking weasel who won't answer. So just shut the fuck up. But anyway, that show dead. Goodbye, non sequitur. Barely knew ye. And I guess this is a message that Godless Engineer put out about it. And he's like, this is the final statement we will make on this issue. From the beginning of this, we have both maintained that Cal made mistakes and did some things wrong, and that Steve deserved to be paid for his work on NSS. We were told that he would be paid. We believed our very dear friend, who was not only an online friend, but our family. Cal performed our wedding. Holy shit, dude. You sure you're still married? You sure you are married? You seem like a con man to me. I want to check in on that. And finding out now that we've been betrayed and that the things he's been telling us for months are not true is extremely hurtful. As we've said since the beginning, this will be handled by the people it involved, Cal and Steve, through the legal process, and it has been. What we did not and will not do is bow to Steve and his mob's will. We will not apologize to Steve for any of our actions because we haven't done anything to apologize for. All we are guilty of is trusting our friends. Sincerely, GE and KC. And I read the comments, and a lot of people were basically mad because people donated to the show. And this Cal guy stole the money that was donated to both Cal and Steve. They feel like they were stolen from. And they feel like you guys helped cover it up. They feel like you guys, held the water for your friend, basically, and tried to silence people who were speaking out against him and saying that he was a thief and you guys were helping him. And this is what Sean David Haynes says. Do you not realize that most of the people wanting an apology is for you to apologize to the NSS fans, not Steve? Okay, Steve hasn't got his money, but it was their money Cal stole. You two facilitated that crime. So many bow to Cal, but can't say, Steve, sorry that we doubted you. That doesn't mean you have to be friends. We know Cal was damn good at portraying himself as honest. So now take a high road and realize that your bowing comment is misplaced. And he didn't fool me. I was saying from the very beginning he was a fucking con. And nobody should go on that fucking show. Nobody should support him. And if you do, fuck you. That's what I was saying. And I think everybody should have had that attitude. I was disappointed to see people like Aaron Ra continue to go on his show after he stole the show from Steve. And I thought that was bullshit. So anyway, what do you guys think about that shit? Dusty is owning this fool. It's not very hard. All you have to do is ask them very basic childlike questions and watch them drowned. These comments are amazing. True that, Joseph. Every female I played Connect 4 with has cheated. Well, what the fuck? Why are you playing Connect 4 with women? Or men? Why are you playing Connect 4 period, dude? There's like really good games online you could play. Genius is a troll repeating the same bullshit. I haven't seen this Genius person. Hope our mods are doing a better job tonight than they were the last show. Way to go, Dusty. Hey, thanks. It's not very complicated in any way. What I'm supposed to hate non sequitur too? You don't have to hate them because they don't exist anymore. So your opinion doesn't really matter anymore about it because it no longer exists. He literally said, gender-wise, they're women. Blair calls herself a bio-male, regardless when we're talking about men that you can tell is a handsome man, and you say Blair White. That's obviously, don't fucking bullshit me, dude. That's obviously transphobic bullshit. Come on now. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. I like the violin, Mom. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Amazing. Savage as fuck. I love it. That's usually me on everything. That was what I was doing when I was on the Drunken Peasants and talking to V. And I thought V was some kid, and apparently he is a doctor. I didn't find out later it's a doctor. I thought they had me on there debating some little kid. And I was like, man, I feel bad beating the shit out of this kid. Can we move on and stop talking to this kid? Like, have you checked his ID? And then they're like, no, he's a doctor. What? How the fuck is that guy a doctor? Anyway, Guff Desi, Genius Expert is being sexist against women in the chat. Okay. Boom, boom, pow. These chickens checking my style. Just kicked your ass out of here. Don't want to hear you now. Would you go on the Atheist Experience? Hell yeah. They ain't ever going to have me on Atheist Experience. Are you out of your fucking mind? Matt Dillahunty is never getting within 1,000 miles of me. I can swear to you that. I would ask him too many questions he don't want to answer. Hey, Dusty, can you please react to the song I asked you? I got it. Well, I can't do it right now. I can't play that song on this show, dude, because if I play this on the show, they're going to copyright the show. So I can't do that. That's not how YouTube works. I'll have to listen to it later, and then I'll have to come back and tell you what I think about it. Sorry. Dusty's sex appeal is God-given. Hell yeah, I got to change my filter. Let's see. Polka dots. Oh, yeah, I'm polka dot as shit. That's going to give me a seizure. What is a hoogie cam? Hoogie cam? That don't look good. I don't like the hoogie cam. The fuck even is that? Let's see. Flaming hot. Woohoo! Yeah. I got psoriasis on the scalp. It's burning. All right, let me check the super chats. Can you invite Lacey Green to the show to teach us sex ed? Sure, but do you really need to learn sex ed from Lacey Green? I can teach you everything you need to know about sex ed. First of all, this is a Hitachi magic wand. It's not made by Hitachi. Hitachi, I don't know if they make them anymore, but it's really hard to find an original Hitachi magic wand. They have so many not parodies, not many ripoffs, basically. So many low-quality versions made in Asian countries that aren't nearly as powerful as the Hitachi. But I found this one, and it's called the Thrive. And I got it at Amazon, and I have tried many of these. And they all suck except for this one. This is the best fucking one. So this is all you need to know about sex, dude. Get like 10 of these and have these all over your fucking house. And then just like have women come over and masturbate and help them with this. That's all you need to do, dude. Works for me. Boom. Sex god. Jim Myers, $5. Dusty, slap young girls in the face with Mississippi's finest. I don't want to slap any young girls in the face. I'm not into violence. I'm real boring in bed, like I've talked about before. I don't care enough to try hard. I mean, I've never been with a woman who didn't come, at least a couple times. They come a couple times, and then I come. Missionary position gets the job done. I don't really understand why I got to pull hair and slap asses and put fingers in buttholes and stuff, okay? It just seems like a lot of extra work, you know? I don't really get it, but thank you for that. Marinus gave me $10. Thank you, Marinus. That is very generous of you. I'm coming back from the right. I fell for the propaganda machine. I just want to thank you for being on my side, even when I wasn't. Love you. Keep up the good work. Hey, I appreciate that, Marinus. Like, I'm honored to help you guys in any possible way I can. You know, everybody's always trying to give me credit for shit, and I don't think I deserve any credit. You know, you guys deserve the credit. I'm just here to entertain you, and I hope I do that. Trump used a sexual toy on me last summer, Dusty. Well, was it with your consent? Or did you just let him? Because when you're famous, they let you do it. Thank you, David. Dusty industry name is Biggest Blackest. I'll take it. I don't know why my name will be that, but sure. Everybody's always trying to give me the N-word pass. They're like, let's give Dusty, they're like black people. They're like, let's give Dusty the N-word pass. Dusty is cool. You get the N-word pass, Dusty. And I'm like, no, thank you. I don't need an N-word pass. I don't want to say that. So I appreciate it, but nah. Dusty should do an adult film with Lacey Green. She's not really my type, to be quite honest with you. But I'm sure she's a nice girl. Is she still with that Jerry Lewis impersonator? What's his name? I don't know. The Shadow Bee, $5. This is for the dogs. Last time I donated to the kitties, but I recognize it was an unjust discrimination. Consider this reparations. I appreciate it. We just got the dogs all new collars and leashes, and we've been taking them more on walks. That's why the neighbor stopped Kelsey and tried to save her soul. So, I guess we're going to have to meet the fucking neighbors more often now. That's getting cool. Super chat. All right. That's all the super chat for now. More super chat, please, if you want to. On with the show. Now we're going to talk about a bunch of single shit. Instead of like one big topics, a bunch of little separate shit, which is also fun. Holy shit, we're only an hour and 10 minutes into the show. This might end up being a full show. How the fuck did that happen? I thought it was going to be like an hour show, and I ain't even halfway through my shit. Holy shit. I ain't even barely through any of this stuff. I gotta quit running my mouth so fucking much. All right, let's see. We're gonna talk about Trump now. You guys ready for this shit? This dude he's trying to get motherfuckers killed. Like, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen, man. Trump's like going, as I learned more and more each day, I am coming to the conclusion that what is taking place is not an impeachment. It is a coup intended to take away the power of the people. Their vote, their freedom, their Second Amendment, religion, military, border wall, and their God-given rights as citizens of the United States of America. Now, he's already had people, after his Civil War tweet, saying that they would kill for him. He already knows these crazy motherfuckers are out there, and now he's telling them that we're coming to steal their rights as citizens and take away their religion and guns and everything and their freedom. Imagine if you actually believe this. Imagine if the leader of the free world, who was in the most extreme position of power, told you that people were coming to take away your freedom and your religion and your guns and shit. A lot of crazy motherfuckers are going to believe him. He is going to get people killed. And in my opinion, when this happens, he's going to be like, I didn't have anything to do with it. My words weren't used to kill people. Those people that did that are losers. You're all losers. But he is. He is absolutely trying to instigate violence at this point. There's no doubt about it in my mind. And it's like this cartoon says is absolutely right. These are horrible, horrible people. I'll handle them, Mr. President. That's exactly what happened, right? That's what happened with that shooter who went and killed, what, a dozen Mexican people at a Walmart, where he posted a picture of the word Trump and guns on his Facebook account before he went and did it. This is absolutely what is going to happen. We need to get this dangerous white supremacist motherfucker out of office as quickly as fucking possible. It's really getting crazy, y'all. And I didn't know this either, but apparently, what is it? Khashoggi? Khashoggi? He was the American journalist who Saudi Arabia lured into a consulate and murdered him and cut his body up. They murdered an American journalist, and Donald Trump covered it up for them. Donald Trump did not hold these Muslim motherfuckers to account in any way whatsoever for murdering one of our journalists. Instead, he covered up for them. And I didn't know this, but apparently what got him in trouble initially was he was talking shit about Donald Trump. So it's no wonder Donald Trump covered up his murder from the Saudis. It's no wonder he didn't give a shit or hold anybody accountable for it, because, you know, the guy was talking shit about Trump. Who cares if they cut him up, put him in a body bag? This is the guy who is running our country right now, folks. How could this fucking be real, man? This is not the country I thought. Like, I thought it was bad when Bush was president, but we've gone to a whole nother fucking level where I'm so ashamed in every way. And apparently recently, it was reported that he was telling people on the inside that he wanted to put a moat-filled waters on the border filled with snakes and alligators, and talking about how, why can't we just shoot the illegal immigrants in the legs to slow them down and stuff. I mean, he's a psychopath. This guy is a heartless, empatheticless psychopath that's running things right now. And it's just crazy how much support he still has in this country, which shows you America is not great and was never great. It's just not. If a guy like this has support of so much of the country, it's not a great country. It can't be. And of course, when he came out and he said, that's not true, he's like, now the press is trying to sell the fact that I wanted a moot. I guess he means moat, goddammit. Our president can't even spell 4-letter words, dude. He can't even spell the simplest shit. Stuff with alligators and snakes. I mean, good Lord. Like, I just don't even know what to say at this point. I'm flabbergasted about how dumb all this is. I mean, at this point, I got to go back to thinking that we have a programmer who has made some kind of simulation, and he is making it more and more absurd as the days go by to let us know this is obviously just some kind of joke game we're inside of. And I get it. I get it there, dude. It's pretty fucked up. Could we quit? Could we, like, tone it down a little bit? Could we make it a little bit more reasonable? Please, programmer God, program that shit in there, please. And they ask him, you know, he's being impeached right now because he was asking foreign governments to dig up dirt on his political enemies like Joe Biden. And so they asked him, hey, and his excuse was, no, man, I'm just against corruption. I fight corruption wherever I find it. And I wasn't trying to dig up dirt on my political opponent. I was just trying to fight corruption in other countries. And so they asked him, have you ever asked any other countries to fight corruption that didn't have to do with digging up dirt for your political opponents? And he's like, I don't know. I'm going to have to look, which means no.
Have you had foreign leaders for any corruption investigations that don't involve your political opponents? Are there other cases where
we would have to look, but I tell you, what I ask...
We would have to look, but I tell you, no, it's the answer. I don't give a fuck about corruption. I'm the most corrupt president in the history of the United States. I literally just did this to get reelected. But it doesn't matter. Like, even his own supporters know that's true, and they still don't give a fuck about it, because, the truth doesn't matter to these people. They play by a different set of rules. And this was kind of funny. So Trump first he put up this, to make fun of Joe Biden. He basically sampled the Nickelback song, and he posted this video of it. Oh, I guess they removed the song so we can get removed. Anyway, they had the song playing. Look at this photograph. This song really sucks. Here's Joe Biden, Hunter, and a Ukrainian gas executive. So anyway, he posted that shit, and then boom, it got taken down. Look at this photograph. I can't, motherfucker. You violated copyright laws. So hilarious. This media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owners. And I don't even think it was the Nickelback that did it. I think it was their record company that did it. But now all of Trump supporters are suddenly really mad at Nickelback. They're like, you motherfuckers. Goddamn Nickelback pulled that song. I supported you, Nickelback. I went out and bought this song just because this video. Now I'm going to get a refund. Who gives a shit? You bought a Nickelback song. You deserve whatever you get, motherfuckers. That's just my opinion. It's so embarrassing in every way. Let me stop and check the chat. We got a lot of Trump supporters out there. Do we love Trump? Or are we embarrassed to be Americans? Well, what say you, chat? This was actually funny. Yep. Wish I could find a version. I should have found a version of it with the song. I thought that one was it, but I am wrong. I hate Turtle Man. What, like the Matrix? Yeah, sort of like the Matrix, but just where the programmer, like a Leisure Suit Larry game, where he's making the game be a comedy, a dark comedy on purpose for some reason. That's the only thing I can figure. Like, how else could this be real life? How else could Donald Trump, the guy from The Apprentice, be the fucking president right now and be like this? It don't make any sense otherwise to me. But maybe there's some other explanations. I mean, I guess it could be just because we're very, very, not very far from apes ourselves, and so we're just still basically dumb monkeys doing monkey shit. That's also entirely possible. Don't know. Open-minded to either possibility. I hated Nickelback, but since they pissed off the chuds, I like them now. Yeah, definitely makes me like them more than I did, which wasn't very much, to be quite honest with you, because their music is very bad. Nickelback sells out stadiums. They have lawyers too. Down in Moscow. Yeah, they definitely are popular. I guess I shouldn't hate on them too much. Sell on a lot more stadiums than I am, so what do I know? Oh, please. They love the fact that he's a troll. That's the right's political platform these days. Shot in each other's mouths as long as liberals get triggered. Yep, exactly. Are you triggered? Look how much the liberals are triggered. He's amazing. Best president ever. Thank you, Trump. As the world burns. Just the worst fucking people on earth. That was the funniest thing I've seen Trump do. At least since he called Rosie a fat pig. Okay, well, that's not that funny, is it? Why would calling Rosie O'Donnell a fat pig be funny? Don't you have better standards than that? That's kind of lame in my opinion. It's not a funny joke. It's not, like, intelligent. It's just kind of mean and stupid and body shaming for no reason. I don't know why that would be humorous to you, but maybe you're just a low-level person. Don't know! Don't know you. Anyway, let's move along. This is fucking hilarious. The Quartering literally calling Tim Pool a socialist. What in the fuck? What kind of goddamn moron do you have to be to think Tim Pool is even on the left a little bit, much less a fucking socialist?
Tim Pool is a leftist. He's dang close to a socialist.
Look, folks, if 99.9% of your audience are right-wing chuds and they're your fans, you're not on the fucking left. Sorry, you're not. If the vast majority of your audience are not left-wingers, you're not on the fucking left. What the fuck? Why do you even have to explain this? How could anybody think otherwise? It's so obvious he's not on the fucking left. But people like the Quartering want to claim that because it gives Temple street cred. And it gives them street cred too. So they're like, see? Even other lefties agree with us. It's not just that we're conservative assholes all in a little circle jerk over here agreeing with each other. Lefties, even socialists know how crazy the left is. And so it's just this game they play, this narrative game. And it's so easy to fucking see through, but the right falls for it over and over again. They literally told me for years that Sargon was a lefty. No, Dusty, you're wrong calling Sargon on the right. You're wrong for saying that. He's on the left, man. He's just calling out the left because you got to call out your own side. And he literally joined a hard right conservative party, dudes. He's literally a Trump supporter. What the fuck? It's just so angering talking to these people who have such a loose grip on reality. And here's another one from Tim Pool. Basically, this guy explains it perfectly. If you're a right-wing hack, how do you maintain the illusion that conservatives are social media victims, yet still allow your audience to laugh at the fact that people on the left get demonetized too? Why, you claim the left's attempts to oppress conservatives have backfired. That's exactly what they do. So they're all pissed off when it happens to the right. But they also want to make fun of the left when it happens to them. And but they can't say, well, see, it also happens to both sides. So they have to blame it on the left. So studies show censorship backfired massively on left-wing creators. Yes, it was the left-wing creators that caused this, isn't it? People like me, I called for censorship, didn't I? No, I didn't. What the fuck? But no, he's got to have his cake and eat it too. He has to have it both ways. This bastion of liberal glory. Look how liberal he is. Mr. Tim Pool. Only a real leftist would continuously shit on the left all day while giving the right a pass every chance he gets. Everybody knows that, right? And look at this amazing leftist spreading Steven Crowder's lies. I showed you on the last show, Steven Crowder faked a YouTube search to make it seem like he was being censored. And even 4 days after it happened, Steven Crowder is pretending like he hadn't been called out, like it wasn't all fake. And he's saying that Steven Crowder is some kind of amazing journalist that uncovered this censorship against the right. But no, dude. You're a fucking con man. You're a fucking grifter who is supporting other grifters. You know, all a bunch of shameless right-wing dickheads. And everybody knows it at this point, except for some people on the right. But, you know, they're too stupid to understand anything. And here's what Ben Shapiro would be like if he was on the Titanic trying to get on one of the lifeboats. He would be like, oh, so anyone simply identifies as a woman or a child gets on a lifeboat? That's all it takes? Some of these children are taller than me. But they can get in just because I identify as a man? This is pure elitist hypocrisy. That's exactly what he'd be like. And I don't want to say I would love to watch him drown, because that would be mean, and they would be like, look, Dusty's being violent, over jokes. Nope, I wouldn't want that. I would want him to be on that little raft right with Rose, and they could both live happily ever after. Nothing but the best for you, Ben Shapiro. And next up, did you guys hear about this? Talking to fucking Crowder, dude. Sam Cedar put out a video and discussed just how scared Steven Crowder is to debate him. And he gave several examples. Apparently they were supposed to be on one show together. I guess it was Gavin McInnes' show. And he had a bunch of email exchanges with one of Gavin McInnes', supposedly one of Gavin McInnes' butt monkeys, his workers or something. But it was probably Gavin McInnes himself just posing as a worker. But anyway. So they were trying to get a debate going between Sam Cedar and Steven Crowder. And Sam Cedar was all in. He was like, yes, I will be there in 10 seconds. Just tell me anywhere, anytime, I will be there. And then they asked Steven Crowder, and he was like, nope, I'm not even coming to your show anymore because you asked me to debate Sam Cedar. And it was just, so they had these email exchanges back and forth. The guy was explaining how scared it appeared that Steven Crowder was to debate Sam Cedar. So then I guess they had another opportunity where they were going to debate somewhere else. And it was this woman messaging Sam Cedar, and it was actually a telephone call. He actually played the audio on his show. And he was saying, well, I'll be happy to debate Steven Crowder. And she tried to set it up, and then she came back and she was like, no, Steven Crowder doesn't want to debate you. And then what she actually said was, she said, I'm not sure, but I think there are people on his crew that are trying to get him not to debate you and they're telling him not to. And Sam Cedar said, like, who? And she's like, well, to be honest with you, I think it's his dad. Steven Crowder's daddy is telling him not to debate you. Steven Crowder is in his 30s. He's in his fucking 30s, and his daddy is telling him not to debate Sam Cedar because he's going to get violated, and you are going to get violated in every way, mentally violated. But anyway, he's such a chicken shit. The only person he'll debate are unprepared college kids who are walking through the quad from one class to another and see his side and, like, not prepared in any way. And even some of them destroy him. But such a fucking coward. But, you know, this guy will make more off one show than I do in years. That's the system we live in now. You just got to try not to be depressed about it. And this just shows you Vadim does an amazing job of calling out Paul Joseph Watson, because every day or everything to these right-wing chuds now is cancel culture. Everything is used as an excuse of cancel culture to shit on the left. And they're like, NPR has dug up the equivalent of Gandhi's old tweets and denounced him as a racist. That's right, Gandhi is canceled. Basically, any criticism is canceling now to these people. That's the new narrative. Anything you say negative about anybody, you're canceling. Look, the left is canceling everybody. And Vadim points it out. Hey, Prison Planet, this article you claim is trying to cancel Gandhi isn't. I mean, are Penn and Teller trying to cancel Gandhi here? You know who Penn and Teller are, right? They're libertarians, just like you used to be before you moved on to more profitable grift. And this is exactly right. They're just pointing out the bad things about Gandhi. And they're right. Facts don't care about your feelings, Paul Joseph Watson.
From a viewer, and it really moved us. We wanted to share it with our only friend, you. Dear Penn and Teller, so far, so good. Fuck you. You see, I could feel it turning right there. You've taken away my self-righteous joy of recycling, the calm I receive from feng shui, and now that I know reflexology is bullshit, my sciatica is acting up again. Are you trying to ruin everything that's good in this world? Have you no decency? What's next? You're gonna dig up shit and tell us Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, and the Dalai Lama are assholes? Fuck you. Sincerely, Michael Goudot. Well, thanks for writing, Michael. Good thinking. We get kind of all caught up in the American bullshit, and we sometimes forget there's a whole wide world full of bullshit out there. It's time we get off our American asses and search for some bullshit overseas. Hey, we can smell it from here. So we checked, and yep, when it comes to Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, and the Dalai Lama, there really is a lot of bullshit.
Yep. So this is what they're trying to do these days, man. These right-wing grifters are trying to make any criticism, at least when it's coming from the left or who they perceive to be on the left, bad, negative. Oh my God, this just shows you how the left are crazy and out of control. But it's just criticism, motherfuckers. This has always existed. But they're such fucking snowflakes, they can't handle it. Because for the first time in history, before, when actors and celebrities were criticized, you didn't have such access to them to tell them directly to their face like you do now because of social media. But now that they're constantly having people fact check them and criticize them, they absolutely are melting down and cannot fucking handle it. Case in point is the Amazing Atheist. Let's see if I can find this shit about the Amazing Atheist and skip ahead here. Where is it? I guess I'll come across it in a minute organically. I'll just continue on. The Amazing Atheist is bitching about the similar things. But here's another apologist, Watson. He's complaining that YouTube now is putting little boxes at the bottom of the videos on propaganda videos to tell the truth. Let's see if it'll zoom in. Yeah, like this one. This is a video from Jordan Peterson where basically he's denying global warming, and he's giving all the global warming skeptic talking points, and he's even recommending one of the main global warming skeptics out there for people to go and watch and shit, because he's a right-wing grifter shithead. And at the bottom of his video, because YouTube is starting to feel guilty a little bit, or more likely because they're worried about losing money, and they think that this will help them lose less advertisers. They're putting like warnings on some of the bottoms of the videos that are climate change denier shit. That says stuff like global warming is the long-term rise in the average temperature of the Earth's climate system. It is a major aspect of current climate change and has been demonstrated by direct temperature measurements and by measurements of various effects on the warming. And of course, it's a fact. What they said is a fact, but according to Paul Joseph Watson, oh my God, it's propaganda. YouTube is now inserting propaganda boxes below videos to counter wrongthink. The next step is them just banning contrary views on global warming altogether. No dissent tolerated. Oh my God, you're such a fucking snowflake. Any criticism or correction to them, they melt down. They just can't fucking handle this shit. Facts don't care about your feelings, Paul. This is so ridiculous. 1 million followers on Twitter, folks. Good Lord, this fucking world. So depressing sometimes. But I guess I'm going to skip this one. Goddamn Randy Quaid is so annoying and has gone completely fucking insane. Let's see. Here's Tucker Carlson. Almost says America is being invaded by foreigners. Which, is what white supremacists say, right? That's a very common white supremacist talking point. He catches himself right before he says it because he knows. Even he knows that that's bad, but he almost says it because that's the way his mind works and that's what he's thinking.
It's just funny that my country actually is being invaded by other countries from the south. Look at the population movement into the United States. My country actually is being invaded by. Yeah,
exactly.
It's just funny that my.
Gotcha. Fucking white supremacist, which Tucker Carlson is. He spreads white supremacist talking points. He is a crypto white supremacist. And Fox News is a crypto white supremacist channel. No doubt about it. And here is the politics of the far right in a nutshell, as Losar says. I'll show you this. You can see it. It's basically a river just filled with trash and shit. And she's like, third world country? Nope. It's California. The Golden State. Golden now refers to the feces and urine pouring into the streets, flowing into the Pacific Ocean. So glad Newsom, Pelosi, Harris, Schiff, Swalwell banned the plastic straws. California is third world. That's right. This is California, and this is what it looks like now. You can tell it's California by all the brown people and the fact that none of this is clearly anywhere near California in any fucking way. Folks, this is Haiti. You can just look at the fucking background and you can look at all this shit and you can tell it's not. But it doesn't matter. 3,000 likes. They don't give a fuck about what the truth is. And she finally comes forth. She doesn't remove it. Even though she knows it's not true now. Even though she's told repeatedly it's not true. She doesn't remove it. She leaves it up, knowing that most people won't actually read the threads. They just see this main tweet and they believe it. And they retweet it 3,000 times. and they go about their lives. And she's like, oh, correction, this isn't California. Trying to confirm the location. Video was sourced by the Red Nation Rising. If anyone knows the location source, please comment. It was Haiti. P.S. California is still a shithole thanks to Democratic politicians ruling with an unfriendly anti-environmental fist. So basically, yeah, I was wrong, but it doesn't matter. I was still right. That's exactly how these conservatives are. Yeah, I was 100% proven wrong, but does it even matter that I was wrong? Because really, even though I was lying, I'm still basically telling the truth. No, you're not. You're lying. Lying is not the truth. What kind of 1984 bullshit is this? Holy goddamn fuck, dudes. So frustrating. And, little palate cleanser, but I have to have this CD immediately. This has to be worth $5. The Sounds of Men, and it has everything. Every sound a man will make. They have classic like male breath. Holy shit, yeah. Hard hat, fuck yes. But I have to get it for this one. Murder with a sword. Just like a fucking man will do. You know men love to murder motherfuckers with swords. And you will love to hear this album, and I would love to hear it. It's only $4.99. What I love most about this album is that apparently they couldn't afford multiple real pictures of men, so then they just had to like stick in 3D models of men for some reason. And I guess to them, all men lack shirts. I don't know, dudes. I think men can afford shirts or something. I got a shirt on, but apparently, according to them, got to be shirtless if you're a man. So anyway, got to pick up this stat, $4.99. That is a fucking bargain in every way humanly possible. And next up, here's one from Paul Brooks. And look, I don't even understand how this is an evolutionary defense mechanism. Barely touched that snake. He cute. I give it to him. He cute. He's like, ah, you got me. I'm dead. He just rolls over like he's dead. But I don't understand. How does this help snakes not get eaten by predators? Wouldn't they just be easier to eat if they pretend to be dead as soon as you touch them? Wouldn't they just be gulped up by whatever fucking loves to eat little tiny snakes? I don't get it, but it's cute as fuck. Yeah, you dead little snake. You was a lying little motherfucker. Yes, you are. You lying bitch. So anyway, let me take a break and read the chats. Got 30 more minutes in the show. What is murder sword? I assume it's the sound of somebody swinging a sword through the air. A man, not just somebody. A man swinging a sword through the air and murdering somebody. So, yeah, that's what an alpha male would do. Alpha males murder you with swords. Guns are for pussies. Swords is where it's at, dudes. Is it racist to claim atheists burn in hell? Nope. Seems logical and reasonable to me. Dusty is spinning so much truth, his head is on fire. Hell yeah. Or do you mean spitting truth or spinning truth? I hope I am spitting truth and not spinning it, because spitting truth would be bad. How about this? Creepy as shit. Ah! Yeah, that's terrifying, isn't it? Gonna give you nightmares and shit. Let's see what we got here. Oh, and they got the monkey. Oh my god, what the fuck? Hey, we're the monkeys, even though this is not a monkey, because monkeys have tails, and this is not a monkey because it doesn't have a tail. Pretty sure this is like an orangutan or something. Pretty sure that's how the song goes. Been a long time since I've listened to it, though. And let's see what else we got here. Natural beauty. Boom! I'm naturally beautiful. Fuck yes! God damn it, I'm sexy. Holy fuck, how is this possible? I keep getting better with age. It don't even make any sense, and yet it exists. You go, Dusty. It's clown world. No, I want to be beautiful. Fuck you, clown. All right, let's see if I have any more super chats. Jim Myers, $5. I want to shake Trump's hand and then smell my hand to see what it smells like. Oh my God, I don't think you do. It probably smells like Cheetos and Whoppers and shit. I doubt it smells like, vagina or anything, because, I'm pretty sure his wife is disgusted by him. How could you not be? Ray doing $5. You gotta love how right-wing YouTubers blame YouTube when they are not popular, acting like Google owes them a living. Yeah, man. I ain't blaming fucking Google that my show's not popular. I'm blaming you motherfuckers because you don't share it enough. Fuck all y'all. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 from Tamara or Tamama. Reading's hard. If Trump loses the election next year, I'm scared at what he'll try to do with his remaining time. The tantrum could be devastating. But anyway, here's some money for the kiddies. I know it'll be terrifying, but I'm pretty sure there'll be some violence, too. Some right-wing people will step up to commit violence, but they'll be very easily smacked down. So that would be entertaining to watch if it wasn't for the innocent people that are going to get killed. So, yes, very scary, very scary. I appreciate that, Tamama. Jim Myers, I love Trump, but my wife won't let me vote for him. You cuck. You beta soy boy cuck. Don't let women tell you what to do. And James Mallon gave me a very generous $20. You should look into Anthony Signor. Would make some good content. Let me copy it. Since you gave me $20, I'm going to take this very seriously. He is the second person after Weinstein to get me tooed, and now he's back. Okay, I think you're talking about the Me Too movement, and you're talking about Harvey Weinstein. I think that's what you're talking about, but... Andy Signor. Writer, producer, director. Andy is the creator, writer, and the director of numerous wildly popular digital series, including Honest Trailers, Man at Arms, The Screen Junkie Show, Prank It Forward, Superfan. God, this dude does a lot. He a little too busy for me, dude. You trying too hard. Calm down, Andy. Anyway, thank you for that, dude. I will check out his videos later. Really appreciate that. And, oh, that's all the super chats. More super chats, please. Got another 30, 25 minutes left of the show. Let's see if we can bully through the rest of this. And, here's one from Friendly Fat Hottie. What a name. And this motherfucker right here. She ain't the prettiest, but she's loyal. Oh, hell no, you didn't. What the fuck is wrong with you? I hope she's not loyal to you, motherfucker. She look better than you do with your old scraggly ass beard. Look like you got a nest of birds up in that motherfucker. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm outraged on her behalf, and apparently the entire chat is mad. The girlfriend responded, context removed. I don't believe in putting my hands on other people's children, but I think I had to punch him. Oh, he just mad because I told all my friends he eat ass. LOL. Hell yeah, you ate her ass. You ain't got no room to talk. And that reminds me of earlier. I don't know if I should be talking about this because my girlfriend's going to be mad, but she's giving me a blowjob earlier, and she was trying to put her finger on my butt. And I was like, dude, you got to grease that shit up. You can't just be willy-nilly putting fingers up in butts. Got Vaseline and some shit. And she's like, well, where's the Vaseline? I was like, no, don't do it. Just focus on the blowjob. I don't need no fucking extracurriculars in my booty. Anyway, too much information. I'm sorry. She's going to be mad in a minute. So next up, this one from The Champagne is Burning. This was a sad story. I don't know if you guys heard this one, but a mysterious viral LA subway singer is revealed as a classically trained musician who was made homeless by medical bills and had her $10,000 violin stolen on the streets. This is so fucking sad, man. How can anybody say this country is great when things like this happen, when 45,000 people are dying a year for lack of coverage and people are going bankrupt like this very, very talented woman because we don't take care of our people better than this? I gotta quit watching that. I'm gonna cry. Get your shit together, Dusty. Get your shit together. Hang on a second. Alright, I'm just not gonna talk about it anymore. Let me move on. Oh, God. Alright, this will stop me from crying. Hang on just a second. Let me find something else to talk about real quick. Alright, I'm gonna get it together. Alright. Alright, here's a rapey Mike Cernovich saying some very ironic shit, and after he says this, and then I'll dunk on him for it. Here we go.
Cloak and dagger type shit. Cloak and dagger, bro. You Google a guy's name and you can find text messages of his erect penis. Anybody like me who's actually had intel training would say, well, that guy is definitely a front for someone else, right? That's just anybody who's had, you know, basic training and intelligence as I had, counter-espionage training, would be like, well, that guy surely was compromised. You can't believe anything that guy is telling you. He got compromised.
Yeah, imagine Googling a guy and finding out some real dirt on this guy. You'll never be able to trust anything that guy says ever again after you Google him and find the kind of shit he's put out there. Like, I know I'm spelling his name wrong, but Google has my back. Let's see. Let's see what Mike Cernovich has out there. Let's look at some rape tweets from Mike Cernovich. The only rape culture is most. I went from libertarian. Let's see, where are the good rape ones? I show them. Fat, ugly women seeking out dominant men to abuse them. Then they seek sympathy from others. He's so mean. Hence why women troll Twitter. I want to find the ones where he says it's not rape if it's an alpha male, where I showed on my show before. But there's so many rape tweets from rapey Mike Centerovich. So imagine him shitting on somebody else for creepy-ass rapey tweets. A whore will let her friend ruin your life with a false rape case. So why should I care when women are raped? Such classy human beings. So anyway, that's ironic as fuck. And at least it made me stop crying for a second. So some good came out of it, I guess. This was kind of depressing. These racist motherfuckers everywhere. This guy, I think he's Sikh. And he's wearing a turban. And this guy just walking on the street telling him to take his fucking turban off. What the fuck business of you, motherfucker? It ain't none of your goddamn business.
Good to see you, sir. You okay?
Yes, you too.
Pleasure to meet you.
You know what?
What's that?
You should cut your turban off and you you look like a Canadian.
Oh, I think Canadians look like all sorts of people. That's the beauty of Canada.
Yeah, but
that's okay. I don't agree, sir.
In Rome, you do as the Romans.
Hey, but this is Canada. You can do like whatever you like.
Yeah, that's right. It's Canada, it's Canada, motherfucker. I do whatever I want to do. Canadians come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. You know, I don't have to fucking take my turban off to look like a Canadian. What the fuck is wrong with you? God damn it. You're saying the quiet part out loud again, Grandpa. Somebody would have called the home, have him put back in his room, stat. And apparently, I don't know if you guys heard about this Amber Geiger. She's the one that walked into the black guy's apartment, thinking it was her own apartment, and murdered him in cold blood while he was eating ice cream and watching television. And holy shit, she just got convicted of it. She only got sentenced to 10 years, of course. But that's just great. I guess it's open season now on punishing police officers. You know, it's getting to where you can't even walk into a black person's living room and shoot them dead point blank while they eat ice cream and watch television anymore. Fucking Black Lives Matter. And that's like what a lot of conservatives feel like now. They're like, well, she obviously did it on accident. Don't blame her. But yeah, I bet if it was a white dude, she wouldn't have shot him, is all I want to say. And a lot of people have problems with this. After her trial, the judge literally got up the bitch and hugged her. The one that was sentencing her only gave her 10 years, hugged her and gave her a Bible. What the fuck? No. Everything about this is goddamn no. Hell no. And I guess the brother of the guy she murdered was on the stand and said he's a Christian and so he forgives her. Hell no. Don't forgive her. Fuck that shit, man. Walking into somebody else's apartment and blowing their goddamn brains out for no fucking reason. I understand why a lot of black people are mad. I understand, well, not just black people, everybody, but a lot of black people are mad that the brother forgave her so easily because, like, they want people to start taking black lives more seriously. And if you're going to let somebody just walk in your living room and murder them and say, oh, I forgive you. No harm, no foul, no biggie, whatever, dude. Love you anyway. Hell no. Like, fuck that motherfucker. Clearly the reason you did that is because you're scared of black people, right? You had this fear of the black man. And as soon as you saw him, even though you're in his own apartment, your first instinct was to murder him because, oh my God, he's going to kill me. Look how black he is. He's coming right at me. Yeah, you in his living room, bitch. So anyway, she only got 10 years. Probably won't do very much time. That's kind of depressing. But anyway. Speaking of depressing, apparently these two are rich millionaire YouTubers who are LARPing as, I guess, restaurant workers. And they're talking about how awesome it is.
Guys, we are literally working right now at a restaurant.
Yes, we are.
Austin has been making food for the past hour and I've been taking orders. Do you understand how cool that is?
Ace family.
Guys, we are pretending that we work for a living. Do you understand how cool that is? No, I don't understand how cool it is. It's not cool. Having to work your life away at menial jobs like this ain't fucking cool. It's pretty terrible. If you guys had to do it more often, I doubt very seriously your pretty little ass would think it was very cool. Good fucking Lord. Imagine being so disconnected from reality that you get this excited about pretending to work in a restaurant for 2 hours. Who is supporting these people? Why are you watching them? Why? What is wrong with you? Stop it. And next up, have one from Low Key Clutch. And this is me like asking every girl out on a date. I'm like, hey, how you doing, baby? Hey. And you got to back up. Oh, how'd that go? Did that pickup line work? What's your sign, baby? You come here often? Back up. Did that work? Nope, she's not responded. Let me try again. Nope, that didn't work. That's a cute little motherfucker, though. You so cute. Who's the pretty bird? Who's the pretty bird? I guess there's another bird on this coffee cup. That is what I'm seeing here. And he's like trying to mack on this other bird. Kissing up on her. Oh, you get that sugar. And then she's like, don't kill me. I want to kiss you, but don't kill me. Gotta back up before you bite my head off. Stinking cute as fuck. I got 15 minutes left on the show. I guess I'll look at the chat and see what you guys have to say in the chat. Haiti is having riots. Well, that sucks. It's not California. No, it wasn't California. Dusty should cover Haiti. All right, I'll look into it. I'm in California, and it is far from this. Yes, it is, in every possible way. It's not a third world country. The richest state sure is a shithole. I mean, it has its problems. I think they have a bad homeless problem they need to work on, but it's not that bad. Definitely. She was speaking her truth. I don't know what we're talking about. Real men don't wear shirts. I know, according to that shit, right? Ooh, everything just popped in real fast. My bird kisses me. I'd like to have a bird sometimes. They're kind of noisy, though. It's the only thing I'm worried about. Then I have a house full of dogs. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so. 10 years for manslaughter isn't great. I know. Seems like she should have got more. Like, I would hope if somebody walked into my house and murdered me point blank, they would get more than 10 years. And she's probably out in parole in less than that, so. Sadness. She got as many years as Bill Cosby. Yep, I know. Bill Cosby only raped people. He didn't kill nobody. It's okay to cry, Destiny. I know it's okay to cry, but like not when I'm doing my show. Like I have to get through all this material, and if I'm sitting here crying, it's not going to be a very interesting show in my opinion. So I have to suck that shit up. I'll cry about it later. I don't really cry that often, but like when I see something like that, and I just start thinking about it, and it just hits me, and it's really hard not to be emotional about it. Love you too, Jules Black. Too sexy for his tears. You take your time, Dusty. I will. But I like to keep the show moving. I like to make you guys feel like you're being shot out of a cannon for 2 hours and going full speed. So crying doesn't really help that very much. But it is very sad. It's a very sad situation that this is the country we live in still. It gets to me. Have you covered Project Blitz? No, I have never heard of Project Blitz, but I will Google it. I hope this is not porn related. Hope I'm not about to be mad. A coalition of Christian right groups, including Congressional Prayer Caucus. All right, well, that sounds fucking awful. I'll look into that and maybe cover that for my religious bullshit videos. Sounds good. All right, got 13 minutes. Let me see if I can cover the rest of this shit real quick. Well, let me make sure I don't have any super chats because I don't want you guys in the super chat to feel like you're not appreciated because you're the most appreciated. Jim Myers, $5. I can respect the forgiving over not doing anything. Maybe as well forgive if you won't exact revenge. Yeah, but I can understand also, like, holding a grudge against somebody walking in to a black man's house and shooting him because they had a fear that they were going to be killed. They see a black man and the first thought in their head is, oh my God, I'm going to be murdered, and shoot them. And I can understand not wanting to forgive people for that kind of mentality because you have to make people pay a social penalty so they'll change, in my opinion. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. John D. Dominicini. Saw you were live and just dropped in to send you some support. Hey, appreciate that, John. Love you, dude. You rock. Jim Myers, is the Discord still around? We had some crazy time. Yeah, the Discord's still up. I don't go to Discord very often because I'm too much of a boomer for that shit, but I'm sure Catalina will post it in the, if Catalina's still around. Somebody will post it in the chat if you're really interested. Awesome Mo, $5. Hey, Dusty. Hey, what's up, Awesome Mo? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining me. We have had a great show so far. Got 10 minutes left in it. Rave doing. Because despite what right-wingers love saying, hard work doesn't get you ahead. Brown-nosing and selling your principles to highest bidder does. Yeah, that's true. I guess I should have started at the beginning where you said, you gotta love how right-wing YouTubers blame YouTube when they're not popular, acting like Google owes them a living. Here's some money for the doggies. Thank you for that. And yep, telling the truth definitely is not very lucrative. Lying to people and following the trends. It's like what I used to play the stock market. They say the trend is your friend, and you just follow wherever the trend does. And it seems like that's what the successful YouTubers do. Like whatever they have to do that's popular, that's what they'll say. They look at their videos, and if the video goes up, and they do other videos like that. If it goes down, then they don't do videos like that anymore. They just use the numbers to dictate the direction they're going to take their channel. And that's not what I do at all. I don't even fucking look at the numbers for the most part. I'm just going to do it my way. Like I know It's a 2-hour show. People's always telling me, cut it down to smaller pieces, Dusty, and I just don't want to. Like, for some reason, I'm just like, this is the way I want to do the show. I consider it almost like a 2-hour concert, and I want it to be like its whole piece together. And I'll make short videos on Wednesday. I'll do the short videos for you guys. But for some reason, this podcast, I just like the way it is being long. And I know that causes a lot of people not to watch it. I know more people would watch it if I cut it up. But that's not what I want to do. That's not what I'm all about. So I just do it the way I want to do it. Hopefully it'll work out at me in the long run. And if it doesn't, it's nobody's fault but my own. I won't blame anybody but myself and you guys. And let's see here. Oh, man. Halloween's coming up. And now we're starting to hear about this bullshit again. Officials, trick-or-treaters beware of marijuana candy edibles. Bullshit! Motherfucker, ain't nobody giving your kids their goddamn expensive marijuana candies. Who fucking would believe this shit? And if they are, let me know where their houses are, because I'm going to show up and get every fucking bit of it. I'll dress up in any costume you want to. Just give me all your marijuana candies. Ain't nobody doing this shit. I guarantee you I ain't giving nobody my fucking marijuana candies. Why would you? That shit is costly. Holy fuck, this is so stupid. It's fear-mongering for no reason. They used to make people afraid of razor blades. Oh my God, they can put razor blades in your candy. Never fucking did it. Nobody ever did it. Oh my God, they can put razor blades in the apples. No, they're not. Just stop. We're better than that as a people, at least. I mean, we're not a very good country, but we're better than fucking that. And, man, I got all kinds of questions about Katie Hopkins' vagina. And I never thought I'd say that, but it's true. She's like, that moment when half your bathwater suddenly comes flooding out of your battered daffodil. Grr. If I catch the amount of water evacuating my cervix after a bath, I will know its volume. Is this good data? Awkward the moment half a bathtub is released from way up inside you somewhere. Where the hell did it go? And why for so long? My vagina can suck up 1.4 liters of water in a bath. Yes, I caught it in a pint jug. What? Why? What is happening? Why are you catching water from your vagina in a pint jug? Why is water getting sucked up into your vagina? Like, is this normal for women? Like, I never heard of this. I've taken a bath with women and I never saw like a whole bunch of water run out of their vagina when they stood up. What have you done to your vagina, Katie Hopkins? I don't even want to know. Stop telling me about it. I don't know why I'm covering this. It's too amazing not to cover, though, to be honest with you. And I don't know if you guys saw this video that went viral, but did you know that baby crocodiles sound exactly like laser guns? It's true. Let's have a look here. Come on, load up, motherfuckers. We ain't got all night. Oh, my God, it's not going to load. God, you don't understand what's going to happen to you. Do you understand what's going to happen to you? I'm going to jump through the screen. I'm going to murder you. You don't even fucking know, dude. All right, well, I'm going to click on this first thing. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to shoot myself in the face. So let's see what happens. All right, here we go. No, I'm not signing in. Fuck off. All right, here we go. Oh, so cute. Little laser guns. Oh, little evil biting laser guns. Yeah.
What? Hi.
Hi. They need to put that sound in a video game when you're firing guns. They need to use that for like Borderlands. Pew, pew. The alligator gun or the crocodile gun. Little baby dinosaurs are so fucking cute. And this is a pretty solid joke, I thought, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. This is when your jungle cruise is getting too real. And he's like, hey, these hippopotamuses are about to eat us and destroy our boat. Don't worry, I know how to scare them off.
It looks like the hippos are going to attack the boat, but I'm going to scare them off like I did my last relationship. I love you!
Yep, that'll do it. Watch them run. Easiest way to end a relationship. I love you. Of course, that's not really true. If the person actually loves you back, it's nice. Oh, and here's the shit about TJ, right? So I was making fun of this goddamn shit. Nope, that's not it. Fuck. Am I the only one that doesn't give a shit if our president can skateboard? Like, why are so many presidential candidates skateboarding? I don't give a fuck about your skateboard ability. I care about your policies. You know, I care about how much you will embarrass this country as a leader. I care about what you're going to do. I don't give a fuck if you could ollie, dude. Triple axle, whatever, half pipe. All the skateboarding words I don't give a shit about. Stop it. Just stop it, presidential candidates. No more. And, I don't know if you guys saw this one or not. How much time I got left? 5 minutes, all right? This had to be a plant, folks. That's the only thing I can think of. This had to be either somebody who's obviously severely mentally ill, or it's like this James O'Keefe-esque, somebody on the right who was a plant who's trying to make AOC look bad with this craziness. But anyway, somebody stood up, and they're apparently really worried about global warming, and they think the solution is that we immediately start needing to eat babies. Let's have a look.
Not be here for much long because of the climate crisis. We only have a few months left. I love that you support the Green Deal, but it's not getting rid of fossil fuel. It's not going to solve the problem fast enough. A Swedish professor saying, we can eat dead people, but that's not fast enough. So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. All of you're a pollutant. Too much CO2. We have to start now, please. You are so great. I'm so happy that you're really supporting the Green Deal, but it's not enough. Even if we would bomb Russia, we still have too many people, too much pollution. So we have to get rid of the babies. That's a big problem. Just stopping having babies.
So people are using this to attack AOC when it's obvious it's some sort of plant just to make her look bad. Anybody that falls for this is, it's just shameless right-wing propaganda. This is exactly how they operate. So they've always operated. They'll play this on Fox News, and they'll play this on, Breitbart and conservative outlets over and over again. It's like, see, the left is crazy. They want to eat babies. No. We don't want to eat babies. We all think this is crazy, too. We think this is a right-wing plant. We see right through your bullshit. Fuck off with that bullshit, right? And, now here's the thing I was going to talk about TJ. I guess we'll finish it up, dunking on TJ. This is the director, I guess, of the new Joker movie, and he got slammed hard for this. I love to see it. Basically, he's gone public, said, Todd Phillips stated, "Go try to be funny nowadays with this woke culture." When asked if he would develop more comedies, he adds that comedies don't work anymore because all the funny guys are like, fuck this shit, I don't want to offend you, which is bullshit. Just like I said, regardless of whether you find me funny or not, I'm considered to be extremely woke. And if you watch my show, I tell joke after joke after joke without any fear whatsoever. If you can't figure out how to be funny without being a shithead, that's fucking on you. And there's lots of good comedy out there still these days. There's lots of comedy movies. This guy his last movie that was a comedy was The Hangover 3. And I guess he's like, oh my God, people didn't like The Hangover 3. It must be because they're fucking woke skulls. No, it's because you're a shitty writer and it was a terrible movie, motherfucker. These people, their egos are so big that they can't admit to themselves that they can make shitty movies. So it can't be me. It's got to be society, right? It's got to be something else. I can't take responsibility for this. But he got shit on real hard. All these fucking snowflakes are these days, folks, right? All the new comedians. And of course, who comes running to his fucking aid but the amazing atheist, TJ, whiny piss baby that he is. And he responded to my comment about, I said that they're snowflakes for, thinking you can't make comedy anymore when you can easily. And he's like, they're snowflakes because they don't want to be censored or bullied by people who don't understand or tolerate artistic or intellectual expression. Oh my God, there's so much to fucking unpack here. First off, no, they're snowflakes because they can't take criticism. That's all that's happening here. Nobody fucking silenced this guy. Nobody fucking censored this guy. All that happened was he was fucking criticized for making a shitty movie. And he's a snowflake for fucking bitching and whining about it. Just like a person who would use a block bot to block every one of my followers on Twitter because they can't handle the criticism. Just like fucking you, TJ. That's what you did. And if you're a TJ fan, there is no other way you can spin this. There's only one fucking reason he did that. It's because his ego is so fragile. He's such a fragile snowflake that he didn't block me because he still wanted to shit on me, but he couldn't handle the fact that my fans had my back. And my fans are like, I have 5,000 people on Twitter. He has over 100,000. So he wants his fans to be able to dogpile me when he shits on me, but he can't stand the fact that my little 5,000 fans might have my back. So he's so fucking fragile. He used a block bot to block every one of those people. That's what makes you a snowflake, TJ. And the strange thing is, he's complaining about people being bullied because they don't understand or tolerate artistic or intellectual expression. I went on this guy multiple times. I went on his show, and I explained to him that his audience was harassing me. They had been harassing me for fucking years because of videos he was making about me. I went and I told him they were harassing me incredibly. I explained it to him in detail. He laughed it off, and he continued to lead them in bullying me. This motherfucker does not care about bullying people. He literally made an entire career bullying and making fun of people he disagreed with. Ask Rebecca Watson. Shit, man. Ask Steve Shives. Ask fucking anybody this guy's made videos about because he disagreed with them. He knows exactly. He has a fan base full of shitlords that listen to him and go out and attack anybody he talks about. He knows that's going to happen. He never fucking says shit about it. In fact, it's encouraged. Acting like he fucking gives a shit when it's a rich goddamn millionaire mad because people are criticizing telling his jokes. That's what a fucking lame-ass hypocrite TJ is. God damn what a snowflake this motherfucker is. So embarrassing, TJ. Fuck, dude. How can you be you and then make those claims? Embarrassing shit, dude. Let me see. The show's about over. Let me find the best one to end the show with here. Okay, I'll finish up with this one. This is one of those, not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes heroes show up and become heroes in the unlikeliest of situations. So here we are in an airport, and apparently they've lost control of the baggage cart and it's swinging around, and oh my God, somebody jump in there before it smashes into the plane. That's an expensive ass plane. Somebody do something. They're like, nope, we're not doing shit. And then a hero comes in. Yeah, I need a hero. You go, guy. Somebody should get this motherfucker a raise. He saved a day. Love to see that shit. Anyway, going to finish it up with that one. See if I got any super chats. Marin, that's $2. Bill Burr has zero issues being a modern comedian. Well, Bill Burr was complaining about it too, right? Bill Burr was being a whiny piss baby at the beginning of his stand-up comedian special too. Sad to see. He was saying exactly the opposite of what he said on the Bill Maher show. He's like, oh my God, you can't say anything this day. Said the man getting paid millions of dollars to say whatever the fuck he wants to. So, you're sort of right. Ray Dubin said AOC's response should have been, whose man is this? I know, right? I would have definitely responded differently than she did, that's for sure. GV, $2. You vegan yet? I still eat mayonnaise and cheese. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get out the mayonnaise and cheese. It's really fucking hard, dudes. I'm doing my best. I'm mostly vegan, though. Like 98%. So, give me some credit. All right, that's all the super chats. Let me look at the chat real quick, see if anything's on the Chicago O'Hare Airport. Is that where that happened? That's pretty cool. TJ's very intelligent. My favorite YouTuber. Okay, cool. TJ is not a great guy. People who say racist shit are stupid. Agree. TJ is sad. TJ is sad. TJ is sexist. TJ is sexist. TJ is just a lucky wannabe. I was on YouTube before him. Yeah. The funny part is he likes to call me a grifter. Didn't he literally take in tens of thousands of dollars to start a website he never started? And then he took in money again to start some YouTube channel he never started? Isn't he grifted repeatedly all over the place? Wasn't his daddy a grifter? I just don't know. Anyway, that's it, folks. That's the goddamn show. I hope you fucking enjoyed it. I'll be back Monday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Like the goddamn video right now. Like it. Push the like button, motherfucker. And also the video is going to be up in like 5 minutes after I stop it. It'll be up on YouTube. Go leave a comment. If you can't afford to support the show by being a Patreon supporter or by giving me super chats, just leave a fucking comment, dude. It really helps. Like and leave a comment. It's so simple. And subscribe, obviously, if you haven't. And there's a bell, too. So many things you have to do. There's a bell. You click that bell on YouTube, and you'll see all the fucking shit I post, which would be good. So anyway, patreon.com/CODcast. Please consider supporting the show. Most of the money we make goes to the Human Society Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where we rescue cute little dogs and kittens that are about to be put down. We do good work. So if you like what we do, please support it. And I'll be back Wednesday with an all-new episode of Religious Bullshit. And that'll be cool. Hopefully, I'll actually do that, not flake on it. So I'll see you guys Monday. I love you guys. I hope you have a really great weekend, and I thank you for joining me. As always, until next time, Logic. Fuck yes, dude. Good night, guys. Appreciate it.